Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? How are ya? Who have we got here? Oh, I've got to welcome some people. Alex, the new member. Penny, a new member, and Michelle, new member. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. I thought that, nothing would happen, so you've surprised me. Good on you guys. Hey Shannon, how you doing? New member Alex, there you go. Whoa. Shannon, how you going? Oh, didn't come up. There you go. G'day from the Riverland. I am Kai. How you going? Who else have we got? We got Menacing Muskrat. How you going? What have you got there? What's next? Yeah, it has been a crazy week. Crazy. Who else have we got? I can't see everyone, I don't think. Faith, how you going? Mark, how you going? And I think I've said hello to everyone else. Leave a comment in there if you want me to shout you out. I don't know if I'm seeing them all, but yeah, let's get the banners going as well. Hey Luna, how you going? Excellent. So it's been a bit of a week, hasn't it? Where's my banner? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I don't know. What happens if I turn these ones off? No, I'm not there. Oh, okay. What happens if I... There you go. There's my little banner. Can you see these ones? I don't know if you can see them. Oh, I'm a smarty pants, aren't I? Hey, Dealey. Hey, MM. How you doing? Who else have we got? George, how you going? And I see one at the bottom. Lacey Roberts, new member. Oh, good on you guys. These are amazing. I can't click on these. What's going on here? I can't see them. That one. Welcome, Lacey. Yes, definitely. So there's been so much going on this week. The Sussman trial continues. And guess what? I'm going to show you in a banner underneath. Wow, this one. He's worked at Twitter for 10 years. Oh, what a tangled web they weave. I think it's quite amazing to find out that, I just found out this morning that the Sussman trial has a lot to do with everything. So what I see with that, even if it doesn't go the way that we want to, it's still, everything's being exposed. And then Twitter itself is just being exposed because Elon tried to buy it. So that was really interesting. And I think it's going to branch out into other social media as well. Like here. Oh, dear. Okay, why am I not seeing comments? You know what? I might have to go over to YouTube so I can see my comments. This is not showing me anything. Hang on a sec, guys. I've got to jump over here, and then I've got to actually click on my own video and pause it. There we go. Okay, now I don't want top chat. I want the whole chat, live chat. There we go. Okay. I think I don't know if I said hello, Mark. Still human. How you going? Jeff Swig, how you going? Okay, what have we got here? I am Kai, said Dealey. Still have your stone, haven't touched it yet again. Oh, I also wanted to thank Heather for the other Heather for my package. I got my package. So excellent. I'll have a read of that and see how that one works. I haven't checked Buy Me a Coffee for a few days, so I'm not sure if anyone has donated there, but thank you if you have. I really appreciate that. Hey, Eyes to See, how you doing? Okay, now I've got to go over to StreamYard to put the link in. This is a call-in show. Where am I? Now, I'm going to just have one person on at a time to start with, because last time I got very confused. Oh, dear. So I think Alex wanted to call in. So I'll put this in here and see what happens and who pops up. I've got to stay on StreamYard for a bit now to see if anyone pops up. So, yeah, I've been watching a lot of the Robert Gavay, the Sussman trial. And I'm keeping a very close eye on that because it does involve Durham and everything, you know. So, and I don't think it matters which way it goes, to be honest. What else has been happening? There's been some absolute insanity. Like, they're all absolutely exposing themselves for what they are. Even here in Australia, the politicians are exposing themselves for what they are. What else have I got? I should actually go onto Twitter and have a look while I'm waiting very quickly. What have we got? Elon Musk popped up first. Tesla is building a hardcore litigation department where we directly initiate and execute lawsuits. The team will report directly to me. Please send 3 to 5 bullet points describing evidence of his exceptional ability. Oh, this is interesting. My commitment, we will never seek victory in a just case against us, even if we will probably win, and we will never settle an unjust case against us, even if we will probably lose. Please include links to cases you have tried. Looking for hardcore street fighters, not white shoe lawyers like Perkins or Cooley who thrive on corruption. There will be blood. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's have a look at your... Oh, you're still really nervous, Alex. Oh, God love you. Hey, Todd. Hey, Rodder. How you doing? Who else have we got? Oh, here we go. Menacing Muskrat. Durham session, the hammer's going down. Yeah, and the one thing is going to blow everything. You know how it's all, everything's connected. It doesn't matter what it is, everything that's going on is connected. And I honestly don't think they're going to be able to push through what they want to push through later on this month. Actually, when is it? Tomorrow to the 27th? I don't know. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it. There's too many people awake. And every day, more and more people are waking up. So I am Kai said, I saw that menacing. It's so good. It's going to finally happen. It is. And then the chaos will happen too for a little bit. So just hang in there. Frantic Missy said, glad to see you are here working hard. Yes, I've been trying all week. I've been uploading to Rumble, Bitchute, and Odysee, and then editing down those videos to try and, what's going on here? Oh, hello. Are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you going?
It's going great. Happy to see you today. Hang on a second.
Lovely
I
to
just
see
get
you
my
too.
mic working out here because it's doing some issues with my AirPods.
Yep, no problem. This is Frantic Missy.
Yep. I'm a podcaster. I speak about this stuff all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it's good to hear from you. Are you still there? We'll just give it a sec, guys, because
Is
there
it
you
working
go.
now? Yay!
Yes.
I think we got to figure it out. Yay!
Yes, definitely.
Ma'am. Okay, so I've done several podcasts for people like Charlie Robinson, Macroaggressions, Alex Stein. I did the Conspiracy Castle with him. I've done, I think it's like 60 something at this point, like different professionally unprofessional guest spots. And I'm a conspiracy analyst. I don't like to say the word conspiracy theorist because, sorry, the CIA made that term up, and I don't think that's the right way to describe it.
I believe so too. I like conspiracy realist.
Right?
Or analyst?
Analyst. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to describe what we do.
Yep, definitely.
And one of the things I've been telling people and warning people a lot lately is the thirst trap. People get stuck in not finding out the greater details of things because they get stuck in the first thing that they find out. Like, let's say, flat Earth, hollow.
Yep.
Those are great examples of conspiracy thirst traps. Another one would be, did we go to the moon, right? People want to worry about that stuff. And then all the other stuff that's beyond that, they're completely missing.
Yep.
And I just want to implore everyone to be aware of the thirst traps. And the second thing I want to tell your audience is that we all need to be wary of waking people up. I don't think it's our job anymore. If your people aren't awake by now, it's too late.
Yes, I agree.
The ship has sailed. It is too late.
Yep.
It is not our job to wake people up anymore. It is now our job to catch people who are woken up to speed.
Yes, I agree with you. I still try, though, to reach back every now and then to wake people up. Like some of the videos I did this week were trying to wake people up still, so...
Well, considering how much stuff gets deleted off the internet, that's a very valuable thing to do because it needs to be done. We still need to be creating new content. But at the same time, people that are arguing on the internet, like on Twitter and stuff, being like, oh, no, this is this. No, this is that. Like, dude, you're not going to, it's too late.
Yep. Yeah, I believe
atheist
that.
And a Christian sitting there arguing. With atheist and Christian argue, no one finds common ground. If anything, you back that atheist or that Christian into a corner, and then they have to fight their way out. And then there's no ground being won.
Yes, I understand what you mean. I think it's more we have to also come together and find common ground with people that we don't agree with as well, even. There's got to be a common ground.
We have to be polite. We have to have our best manners at all times, especially if someone's being rude. Yes,
I agree. I tend to try and ignore most, comments that are rude or I know that they're just having a go at you or whatever.
I relish in it. When I get hate mail, when I get death threats, and I've had several,
Yep. Oh,
I'm like,
no.
oh, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, because I say the things that people don't want to hear. When I point out that, you know, you're in a Commonwealth country and that the people on your money are inbred,
Yep.
I don't care for Benjamin Franklin. Not a big
Yeah.
fan. But at least he's
Yep.
not inbred.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a husband.
Yeah. I agree. So what do you think
They
of
get
all
mad.
this? What do
But I
you think
relish
of
in
all?
that.
Yeah. I do too, because then if they're commenting, they're obviously watching what's going on,
The hate mail is amazing. Plus, it teaches me better about how to communicate and reach out to people that do not want to hear what I have to say, or who get
Yes.
stuck in the, you know, the thirst trap that is like Camp A of the
Yes.
conspiracy world. I referred
Yep.
to it. I did a podcast recently, and I seriously implore anyone who's listening to this not to draw attention away from your audience, but please check out the Big Dumb podcast, the conspiracy thirst trap video that I did with him about. It's a podcast about conspiracy thirst traps, and it's super important because what we do is we go into detail about how conspiracy analysts like me and you, we're
Yes.
kind of like the rainbow gathering with the hippies, right? It used to be
Yep.
they would follow the Grateful Dead, and a lot of people just went to get drugs,
Yes.
right? And then when the Grateful Dead like wound down, they started doing these things called the rainbow gathering in like these national forests. And a lot of people would still come to get drugs, but those people would get caught up in what they called Camp A. You'd have to go a little bit farther, a little bit past that. You had to get past the drugs.
Yes.
And the thing that people initially got them there to get to the
Yes.
real hippies, where you talked about like philosophical, mind-bending, interesting things. Yes, there were still people doing drugs in Camp B.
Yes.
But Camp B was where you find not the business hippies, but the actual hippies. And that's what we're experiencing right now in the conspiracy community is we got a lot of people that are stuck in Camp A.
Yes.
And we got to get them to Camp B.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I've been thinking about that lately, and that part of the time I had off, I was thinking about that too, that, you know, I should be moving forward instead of still trying to get people to wake up, really. There's videos.
There are plenty of people to fight for you. Trust me.
Yep,
all day
yep.
long. There's bots that'll fight for you.
Yep.
We don't have to do that anymore. It's a waste of our
Yes.
energy. It's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our talent. I believe that 100% we need to be like karate, where we have like belts. So, you know, like it's not fair of me to have a conversation with and try to fight with someone who's a yellow stripe.
Yeah.
If I'm a triple black belt, I'll murder them. It's
Yeah.
not fair. It's not a fair fight. But at the same time, you still need to be able to spar and like keep your talents up and like keep working towards like being a better fighter.
Definitely.
Because we are fighting against evil every day.
Yes. Well, every day I just look at it as trying to improve on what I was yesterday.
100%. But you can't be improving on yourself when you're trying to pick up the slack.
Yeah, that's true too. Because you do get dragged back into it again. You know what I mean? Instead of putting yourself forward and going forward with yourself.
If I never hear the word COVID or vaccine again, when not implied to like, I don't know, the Gulf War syndrome ever again, I'll be okay with that.
I would too.
So sick of the subject. Again, it's all these Camp A people, and then they dominate the conversation.
Yes.
So you're not waking anybody up. You're not even bringing people up to speed. You're sitting there arguing.
They're still
semantics.
stuck back there. Yeah.
Yes. We're being pedantically semantic.
Yep.
With people that don't know what the hell they're talking about because they just started researching this 6 months ago.
Yes, exactly. I follow a lot of people actually who only just have woken up in the last, few years or 6 months. And yeah, I sometimes see on Twitter, you can see, and you go, yep, you're still, and it's over the same thing over and over and over again as well.
And don't forget, a lot of these aren't even people, these are bots.
Yep.
If you ever want to do a test just to see how many bots are out there, just post, my IG got hacked.
Really?
And watch it just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, really?
That's the magic phrase.
Wow. I didn't know that. So how long have you been awake for?
Oh my gosh. I just turned 40 the day before yesterday. And I've been doing this since I was 8. I started digging into this stuff like when my grandmother got me a set of the books from the Time Life series.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And then from there, my uncle wrote a book about JFK. So I got really into that when I was like 12. And then I became
wow.
a paranormal investigator for 3.5 years. I've been to over 1,000 people's homes and been like, that's a draft. That's a wrong wired ceiling fan. Nothing to see here.
Yep. Wow. That's amazing.
A lot of that.
Yeah, I only woke up it was, I think 2006, someone gave me a DVD of 9/11.
Mm.
And I'm
Which
pretty
one
sure
was it?
I think it was the Architects and Engineers.
Jason
And
Burmess also did a couple good ones.
he did, yes, he's done quite a few good ones. So
He's a good dude.
he is. So yeah, that started me thinking, and then like it was 2 years later, I think I got really deep into it and just went, head first into it all. So
when people ask me, like, when did you know that the media was lying to us? I was like, I knew in 2002 when I saw Alex Jones doing the video from Bohemian Grove where they're literally doing the cremation of care ceremony to cast their guilt and their care onto what we hope is the effigy of a child, but we probably know it isn't, and sacrificing it to the owl god Moloch.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
To relieve them of their guilt for the bad things they have done. And the person doing the voiceover and instructions was Walter Cronkite.
Oh, really?
And I was like, the media has been lying to us.
Yes.
For how long?
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I know. It's funny because I didn't realize till I was, that would make me, I started to wake up when I was 36 or 38. So yeah, I was late in waking up. Actually,
not really, because I mean, like it fits in the timeline of things, Again, we don't really know what year it is.
Yes, exactly. I've heard our
calendars
all wrong.
The military uses the Julian calendar. The rest of us run the Gregorian.
Yes.
Right? They've manipulated that a bunch of times. We don't even know what time it is. They manipulated time.
Yes, right? I believe that. Yep.
They manipulated words, the language.
Yes.
To where, like, literally, like we're told this is one thing. The word welfare, for example,
yes,
to mean one thing. Now it means something completely different, right?
It does.
Everything. There's so many things that are grandfathered into our culture that people don't realize was a marketing campaign, such as breakfast. Eggs and bacon was a marketing campaign, y'all.
Yep.
Breakfast as a meal was a marketing campaign. Then there's the engagement ring. That was a marketing campaign. The white wedding dress.
Yes.
That was Victoria. Marketing campaign. Also married to her husband.
Yes.
First husband.
Yes. Oh, I found out yesterday too. Elizabeth Bathory, the royalty that used to abuse her servants. Yep. Well, I found out there's another one. Apparently,
there's a bunch of them.
Yes.
Epstein's Island isn't the only island either. I hate to break the news to people, but
oh yes, definitely.
There's a whole bunch.
Well, look at the Virgin Islands. Like,
not just the Virgin Islands. We're talking about Keaton Island, which is the Puget Sound, where the what's his name, the Sky King.
Oh yeah.
Plane. Do you know that was 1.5 miles away from what they call the super pedophile prison?
No, really. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I don't even think there was anybody flying that plane. I think it was a drone, and I think it was like someone just hacked into the voice to talk to the flight controllers.
Yes, probably it could be. From what we know, my goodness, and the technology they have, which we don't know about, it doesn't surprise me, honestly.
There's also issues with the Solomon Islands, which is interesting now that China's like lurking around the Solomon Islands, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's Hawaii, where Obama was raised, while his grandmother, who was tapped to control the funds that were being given out to the Japanese after World War II.
Yep.
His grandmother, like banker, right? There's also the island he grew up on. Have you seen the pictures of his mother too? Very interesting.
Ah, yes.
Very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. And the swingers clubs and
you say swingers club, and I just think of his wife though, Big Mike.
Yep. That
There's
too.
A lot of these islands, though, right? There's all these islands. There's all these like little plug-in connections. Haiti has some serious problems.
Oh, they do.
Haiti, Cuba, Ukraine, Malaysia, North Korea. There are all these like CIA strongholds, right? That we're watching They all need aid.
Do you know that there's a CIA office in Sydney,
Oh, 100%.
Australia? I found that out
100%.
a few months ago and was like, oh, wow.
The only reason they're not more interested in Australia is because they don't have the ability to build deep underground military bases there.
I thought that's what Pine Gap was.
I have not heard of Pine Gap. Again, it's so hard because we don't get documents on this. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence.
Yes, there's
right?
no actual
So we
evidence.
have to be very careful what we take in, what we don't take in. But here's the deal: if we see something happen over and over and over again, and then it's matched up over and over and over again, not just in anecdotal evidence, but also in like little facts and clues dropped in documents. For example, Kiev.
Yes.
Now they've changed it to Kiev.
Yes.
Whatever.
What is that? Weird.
Again, they attack the language first when they're not attacking the body of women and the life of children, modern day sacrifice, which is abortion.
Yes.
They're going to attack our language. And Kiev, the Soviets built off of their subway train system a bunch of like tunnels with intents to build underground military bases there. And then that's that.
Yes.
And we know that that's a deep underground military base there. We know there are pyramids there. We know there are 23.
Really?
Interesting number. How it keeps coming up like that.
Yes.
23 labs.
Yep.
Do you know why the number 23 comes up so many times?
No.
If you look at the Earth and the tilt of its axis is 23 degrees.
Oh, really?
20 and 23 chromosomes.
Oh, wow. Well, that's like 23 and me.
Exactly. Owned by Ann Wojcicki. Her sister, Susan Wojcicki, owns YouTube.
Yep.
BlackRock last year bought Ancestry.com, including all their DNA.
Really?
Really, really. They did it when people weren't paying attention.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My grandfather,
the chat's saying is spot on.
My grandfather, when he was putting together our family history, he would get on his motorcycle and go to Salt Lake City because they literally have a mountain of files on everything.
Wow.
And Ancestry.com bought all the records. And then Ancestry.com got bought by BlackRock. So BlackRock now has all the DNA records. And you got a question, why are they going after that? What's up with the World Genome Project stuff?
Well, did you ever see the XFiles episode where Mulder and Scully, they were underground and they found that the files on themselves?
Yeah. Well, art imitates life, doesn't it?
Does. It does. They knew about this.
It's part of their religion that they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. Because then they can't be held responsible for what
because they say it was you were
should have done
informed.
something.
Yes, you were informed. We told you.
The cremation of care, the negation of guilt.
Yes, exactly. That is amazing. And what do you think about it? Did you see that you know how they're having this meeting in Switzerland?
Oh, which one? Because the lizard people meet up all the time, for lack of a better way to call them. I don't to be very clear, I don't actually believe in lizard people, but I call them that because they don't like it. And I'm not going to use the word elite because if God spoke the world into being and we're created in his image, because he made us out of clay and he breathed life into us and he made us in his image. So when we say things, they have power. That's why positive affirmations work. That's why The Secret was such a big hit.
Yep.
Right?
That's why I think prayers work.
That's why they have to speak spells. They have to chant spells, right?
That's why I think prayer works.
I don't call them elites.
No, they're not.
I think tarot is one of those crazy things. As long as you're not trying to read into what it means to that person, and you just read the cards plain, you can let God, this is a way for you to speak to me. Because God he can't speak to you personally. I mean, people say they can hear things, they can feel things, but like it's very hard to get like definitive responses. I
think that's your intuition. But
not everybody has that. Even if they're born again Christians, they don't always have that.
Really? Wow.
So tarot is an excellent way to go, dear God, can you tell me what I need to know? I have a great deck that I bought. I'll show you real quick. I don't know if I'm on the YouTube camera or not because I literally came back from a pool.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I'm not wearing any makeup. I am like,
oh, don't worry. You look great. Don't worry about
it. Thank you. Thank you. I do not look my best right now, but that's okay because it doesn't matter because I'm not here for me. But I bought an excellent set of tarot cards where it says directly the meaning of the card on the card. When I read people their tarot, I just read what it says on the card. That way I'm not giving my intuition, or I'm not talking to Michael, the ghost that lives in my house that tells me things, which is garbage.
Yep.
That's you just trying to like be manipulative and egomaniacal, like narcissist.
Yeah.
This is a great way with all these cards, right? And you shuffle. This is a great way to go, God, you may not be able to speak to me using your voice, but you can tell me what's up with these cards.
Yeah.
And only you. It only comes through you. No one else. No one else is allowed to give me the messages that I need to know. Because only God knows the future. So you're never going to get the future from a psychic. You're never going to get the future from a tarot card person.
Yeah.
You know?
No, definitely not. No, I am the type of person, I don't really believe in the tarot, clairvoyance, things like that. Because someone took me to one once, and I'm like, I left going, what the hell?
Well, demons. And what are their skills?
Yeah.
Kill, destroy.
They're
expert at liars. They're good with technology. They're
yes.
good with music. They're good with movies, right?
Yes.
They're good, especially if someone's doing a live stream, like and they're doing tarot and stuff.
Yes.
I got questions.
Yeah.
They'll never know the future though, because only God is omnipresent.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I've got someone else in here too. I'm going to invite, I'm not sure if it's...
Can I ask you a question?
Hello.
Hello. I like
How
your
are
drywall
you?
on your ceiling.
Hello.
That was hard, huh?
What's the topic of conversation? Hello, sister. It is eyes and ears from England.
I thought it was. How you going?
We were talking about your queen.
Hev, did you not see me message I typed in the private chat?
Oh, no.
Oh,
there it is. There it is.
To let you know it was me.
I just got it.
England.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. So what's the topic of a conversation? So if you read the chat, what I've said, I mean every word of it.
Yep.
So
definitely.
So what is the topic of the conversation? And what's going on in Australia, to tell you that, you know, like with all these evil agendas and all that, Hev, what's going on?
Yes, just before we do, I just want to say I've lost the last lady. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I meant for her to stay on. But anyway, I'm so sorry. If you'd like to call back. So what's going on in Australia? Really, we have I think everyone's voting today. So we have an election. There she is. Hang on a sec. Here she's back. Hello.
Oh, what happened? But like I touched the screen to check the chat and then tried to get back. And it was like,
good evening,
not today.
Sister. Good evening, sister, whatever your name is. I'm from England.
It's Frantic Missy. You can just call me Missy, though, Eyes. How's it going?
Yeah.
Good evening, sister, whatever your name is. Hello, I'm from England. I'm from England in the UK.
Yeah, it's Missy. Good. This is Missy.
Oh, hello,
nice to
Missy.
Meet you.
Hello, Missy. I'm eyes and ears from England.
I can tell.
The accent.
The accent.
So anyway, Hev, what were you saying? What's going on in Australia? Because
okay, we're having elections.
Everything's getting so wicked.
I know. I did videos this week that made me go, what the hell is going on?
Exactly.
What fresh hell is this?
They've been planting seeds for a long time. If you want to escape Australia, though, all you have to do is go through our southern border. And then you don't have to be vaccinated. They might even give you some money.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just slip in the southern border and come through.
You could even get a free bus ride to DC if you play your cards right.
Yep, you never know. Do you know that they've been doing it from England, sending them over to the US across the border?
Absolutely.
So they're coming in, some of them are going back out.
Well, I don't.
Who are you on about? Hev, if you don't mind us asking. Sorry for interrupting.
Some of the people that are crossing the southern border of the United States are coming from England. They're going to England first and then going back to the United States and crossing.
as an
Do you know what
open
it is?
refugee
I
policy.
can't believe it. You know what it is? It's so amazing. I'm in England. I'm speaking
Yes.
to Missy in America, and I'm speaking to you live in Australia.
That's it. Isn't
Honestly,
it amazing?
It's amazing, isn't it? It's
It
amazing.
is. I'm
Oh,
so
the
glad that
technology, it's such a. I love using their own technology against them. It tickles my
exactly.
heart.
Yep,
It makes me
because
so
they didn't
happy.
expect it to go this far. They thought they would be able to control it, but they can't.
Well, I mean, they thought with their quantum computers and with their what is it called, the Looking Glass project, that they saw
Oh,
everything.
Missy, I agree with you through the looking glass, right? Because they're going to, the elites, the evil elites are going to use it very soon.
You got to stop using that word, right? Okay, do me a favor. Everyone listening to this, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stop using elites and evil.
All right, sorry.
Call them the lizard. They hate being called that. The lizard people. Plus, you can find out who's really listening and who cares what we have to say, because they're like, clearly, like, they're not crazy when they say lizard people. But they hate that term. But the minute you say elite or elites, you're giving them more power with your words.
Yeah, they love that.
You don't have any power,
well, I'll
but you
apologize.
do
I'll
with your
remember
words.
that. But anyway, you know the lizard people, Missy. You know the queen. You know the the fake Queen Elizabeth II of England.
Correct.
She was part of the lizard, right? Her, Charles, the husband, lots of them, right? They're part of the bloodlines.
4 kids. She had 4 children. She had 4 children, and 50% were BFFs with the most prolific pedophiles in the last 100 years.
Yes, exactly.
What are the chances?
Yes.
Head of my 5, head of my 6.
Well, do you know what it is?
You didn't know?
Do you know what it is? People don't believe it, right? Because people fall on deaf ears, Missy. But the majority...
No, it's brainwashing. It's
brainwashing. Exactly. Subliminal messaging. MK.
The same people that buy the TV license.
Yes, exactly. I don't have a TV license because I don't watch the TV. And I will not... Do you know what it is, Missy? I will not capitulate to evil, right? I do not capitulate to evil. What I do, I worship, I give all the glory to Almighty God. I do not worship Satan. I worship Almighty God. Mm-hmm. All these wicked people in what you've just mentioned worship Satan, right? But what they don't realize is they're all going into the lake of fire. They're all going into the lake of fire. And that's exactly how the playbook ends.
Saturn. Baal. God, the God that the Israelites and the
I've actually seen God. I'm saying, Missy, I've actually seen God. I've actually had supernatural visions. Missy, I've actually had supernatural visions with Almighty God. I've been in front of the Lord King Jesus 3 or 4 times, actually. I've been wide awake, not asleep in bed, dreaming. I've been wide awake. I've been in touch. I've been in front of the Father, the Lord King Jesus, and his Father, which is the creator of the heavens and the earth, which is he's called Yahweh. Do you know what I mean?
The Israelites, they called them...
I've had supernatural visions. I've had supernatural encounters with Almighty in the heavens.
Yeah,
right?
you got to let Missy talk.
Care if people believe us or if they don't believe us. I don't care. I know what I've saw, and I've seen heaven. I've seen snippets of heaven. It's absolutely beautiful. 100 billion times better than planet Earth.
Yeah,
I fall up the stairs like a president all the time.
Yep, I do too, and down them, and down them. Actually, I fall.
But anyway,
Missy,
on about the fake evil, the fake reptilian elite. I'll start again. The fake reptilian royals in England, they've been put to death. What happened? The Queen, the fake Queen, she was put to death by lethal injection. No, this is true. When President Trump was reigning, because Almighty God obviously chose Trump for a reason, right? And Almighty God.
Here's what we can prove with documents. And
listen to us. Please listen to us. I don't lie. I never mince my words, and I never ever lie, right? Almighty God told Trump to sort the wicked out, right? The majority of Hollywood are gone, right?
Hollywood.
The majority of Hollywood, pedowood, are gone. And this is true, right? They've been replaced by clones, body doubles, cloned masks, and this is true. I don't lie.
People need to understand
Heather knows me because I've spoke to Hev a few times, like in the chat. Haven't I, Hev?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Well, people need to understand the context of the word Hollywood and where it comes from.
You know, it's the evil. I'll give you an exact. Forget.
One sec, guys. To hear, let Missy talk for a minute. Just one sec.
Sorry.
I'll try and wrap it up quickly. People need to understand the context of Hollywood. It's named after the sacred druidic tree that they would make their wands out of, the holly tree. Same thing with oak trees. The same thing with parklands. The same thing with ivy. Those are like Ivy League schools. Parkland for shooting. Thousand Oaks for the shootings. Right? Hollywood. Think about this. Think about how much the world has changed since Hollywood came into existence.
Exactly.
They literally cast a spell. When you see a really good movie or a TV show, they're like, it was like I had a spell cast on me.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yep,
it's a sacred druidic tree, and they're using that. The 9/11 hijackers, guess where they trained? Hollywood, Florida.
Yes. Wow.
Mount Holly, Hollywood, Thousand Oaks, Ivy League. Anytime you see a plant name in the title of something, beware.
Evergreen.
There's a spell. Sandy Hook.
Can I tell you something? In all Hev and Missy, I think if that's her name, sorry if I've said it wrong.
That's it. Yep.
Oh, right. Missy and Hev. Obviously, have you heard, Hev, of the rapture of the saints?
I actually think that the Revelation doesn't belong in the Bible.
Right. Well, that's
my father, who's a Southern Baptist minister, go round and round about this one.
Yeah.
Right, Missy. That's about to happen soon in real time, believe it or not, right?
I do not believe that. I do not believe that God.
I don't believe in the rapture either.
For our sins, we want to like punish us. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, do you know what it is? Well,
I'm not going to argue with you. I don't have time for that.
It's going to happen.
See what I meant about talking about earlier, ma'am? Do you see what I was saying earlier, ma'am? We don't have time to argue, right?
It's going to happen.
Eyes, can I just take you off for a minute so I can have a conversation with Missy and I'll bring you back on?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You're awesome, Eyes. Nice to meet you, darling. Yeah, we don't. There's no time to argue, especially when it comes to pedantic, like biblical text. Because here's the deal: like, even if you don't believe in the Bible, people that are even like atheists, which I love because that means atheist, they believe in something, they just don't know what it is. The biggest problem with the left is that that's a religion, right? They are worshiping a God without a book. It's called science.
Yes.
Right? There are no rules. That's why the goalpost keeps moving, because there's no like articles of faith.
Yes.
There's no book to like fall back on.
To guide, yes.
I don't know, Mein Kampf. Sorry, they're the Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to be insulting to someone, call them a communist. They're like the real murderers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I like to name the so-called that they think of themselves as elite. Swamp scum is a better term for them because that's what they are.
See that, but I mean, the lizard people thing just pisses them off. I love it.
Yep.
It makes them so mad. They're like, oh, you must be crazy. And I'm like, well, now it's like when you go into a bar and you see someone with blue hair and you're like, I know who not to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness.
When I say lizard people, even though like I don't mean like actual like reptilians, like you know who your people are. Like, you know, they'll exit stage left if they don't like
exactly
what you have to say. Swipe right. I voted for Trump on Tinder.
Yep.
Yeah, but I would love for you to ask me some questions because, again, like a triple black belt, and I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And I have like basically an eidetic memory and notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks of research that I've done. So if there's anything you have questions about that I can clear up, I would love to help.
Yep. Probably. Let me think. What about what's going on now, though, with all this, all the trials and everything going on? What do you think about that?
Okay, one of the best things in the world, which if anybody's listening to this, I always recommend to keep a composition notebook, people. Get a composition notebook, go to the front of your notebook, label your notebook, write every single page in the front of that one's not an organized one. I have a bunch of notebooks. What you do is you go to the front of the notebook and you literally put a number on each and every page of the notebook, right?
Yep.
And then you go to the front of the notebook and you write down all the numbers for that notebook. And every time you close the notebook, you write down, that's the one rule. You can write whatever you want on those pages, but you write down what you researched. So you can go back and find your notes later on. Step number 1, But I think a lot of this trial stuff that's going on, you can go to CIA.gov, scroll to the bottom of the page to resources where it says FOIA. And you can search through different articles and get different things. You can also go to the Library of Congress to get information. You can also go to the clerk of court. And if you cannot get a physical copy, like online, of the documents that are needed, you can make a phone call or submit online even a FOIA to these courts and get those copies of information sent to you. One of the best states in the world to need to find court documents in is Florida, because Florida has the Sunshine Law and the FOIA law.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
Because I've heard that
they have to give you anything they have.
Yep, Robert Gavay was saying he has to pay $1.28 per sheet for the court documents.
That's their little trick they do, but I mean, that's what they do. They try to and this is something
make you pay
in court as well. Well, they'll throw 10 banker boxes, knowing you've got court. They tried to do it with Kyle Rittenhouse. We saw that. They'll throw a bunch of documents at you and then hope you do not have enough time to go through them to find out the pink meat that's in there, the real stuff. I'll tell you this much. South Carolina, which has Parris Island, we've got the nuke base here, we've got several different military bases in every single branch. We reinstated recently the firing squad.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yep.
Because what happens when you're committed of treason?
Yes. Firing squad.
It is not hanging.
Nope.
It's firing squad.
Yep.
So,
and I think a lot of them are going to.
We're the only one. We're the only state. So I have a feeling they're going to be coming through here. Also in 2013, during Obama's, because there was this whole you're very well awake. So you're aware of in 2013 how all the way back to 2009, maybe even 2007, which is when I think they tapped Trump to run. They were white hats. What do you want to call them? There was infighting within the government of the alphabet agencies themselves.
Yes.
And in 2013, they sent a missile, a nuclear missile, to Charleston, where I live, Charleston, South Carolina. It was the front page of the paper.
Yep.
Just like Hawaii, right?
Wow.
And then they shot it down 1,000 kilometers, however many miles that is. You might know in Australia. We don't even know here.
Yep.
Units are all messed up. But they shot it down 1,000 kilometers away from Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow.
And what's interesting is that now that article is almost gone. It's very hard to find.
They've done that with a lot of stuff on the internet, I've noticed. There's articles that I knew that were there that have gone now. Yep.
Screenshots, screen grabs, record. If you like a video, if there's something you find that's amazing, record the whole video. Get terabyte drives. Move that. I have a cabinet full of terabyte drives.
Yep, I've got it everywhere.
Of videos, because I don't want them gone forever. Things like Galen Windsor talking about plutonium and how it's not dangerous. Things like videos that talk about how Poppy Bush, aka Agent Timberwolf, aka Bush the First, aka the head of the CIA, was the one who assassinated JFK Sr.
Yep.
That stuff has disappeared. And if you do find it, record, because
exactly.
Because when people die or people move on to other stuff, or people have other stuff come up in their life, and because I can't get anywhere with this, I give up.
Yes.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
Yeah.
Unless you have a copy of it.
Exactly. Yeah,
if you have an iPhone, for the older people in the audience, if you have an iPhone, all you have to do is pull down from the top of your screen on the, that's the right one. If you pull down, a menu's going to pop up, and there's a button that looks like it's just a little button, and it's round and it's clear. And if you press that button, it does an automatic screen record. And when you're done recording what you want, you pull it back down. Wait, this side. You pull it back down. Wait, it's backwards. And then you turn it off, and the screen record is done. Hang on, buddy. And you can take those videos, you can edit them, and you can put them up and save them forever.
Excellent. I didn't even know that. There you go.
And with an iPhone, if you want to do a screenshot, all you have to do is hit your power button and your top volume control button at the same time, and that makes a screenshot of whatever you're looking at.
Yep.
And there's some, you're not going to be able to record stuff that are from Prime or Netflix or whatever, but YouTube, you can record anything you want. Save these
Yes.
things. We're going to need them again.
Yes, definitely. I've been saving as much as I can, but I ran out of space on one.
Terabyte drives from Amazon. I love using them against themselves.
Yep.
Terabyte drives from Amazon. You can get one for I think it's like $39.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just hook it up, put everything on it. Next.
See, I think I got a 4 terabyte one, which was $89 here in Australia.
But I mean, you buy what you can. You do what you can. We all tithe. We all contribute here or there, time or money or whatever it is you have to offer. Sometimes it's just art. Sometimes it's just encouraging words.
Yeah, exactly. That's sometimes all I have.
Sometimes that's all you got, but it's better than nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, because I've got so much information going in. It feels like it's information overload at the moment.
You need to learn. I mean, okay. There's blue pill. There's red pill.
Yep.
There's black pill.
Yep.
And then there's white pill.
Yep. One of them is going back.
Here's how to define white. This is the best way I can find to describe the term white pill. Being white pill means that all this stuff, no matter how dark or evil it is, whether it's the Heathrow, littles, or whether it's just straight up dark thing. I had a friend of mine show me the Forever Trip stuff. It's real, guys, just so you know.
Yes.
Jamie Deluxe, a good friend of mine, showed it to me in person. It's real. It's horrifying, and it's real. That kind of stuff. If I sat there and I looked at that stuff all day, every day, I would not be able to do anything else. That would really mess with your head. And it did the first couple of years when I started deep diving real hard into the dark stuff. I slapped a lady's camera out of her hand at a park. Yep. She was like, "Don't take pictures of my child."
Wow. Yes. Yep.
She's taking pictures of playground equipment. But I was staying up all night, locking all the doors and windows and getting all paranoid and acting crazy. And you can't be like that because you are of no service to anyone else. They say when you get on an airplane, you put your oxygen mask on yourself first.
Yes.
You cannot help anyone else.
Yes.
You yourself are sound of mind.
Yes.
Second thing I recommend to people is do this not in your house. I'm in my garage. I turn my garage into a studio because I won't bring this dark stuff in the house.
Yes.
I have a 9-year-old. He doesn't need that. Even just the energy from this is awful.
Yes.
But to be white pill means that you know all these things. All these dark, horrible histories and what you think it is. We don't even know what year it is, what time it is. Everything's a lie. Everything's a lie. And they're churning out dum-dums every single day because the Rockefeller education system. The pyramids are owned by the Cairo Museum, is owned by the Rockefeller Foundation. You know these things. And it's a lot of dark stuff, and it can be very defeating. People that are black pill are like, whatever, they've already won. Revelation's going to happen. Only Jesus can save us now. No, that is not the way to think about this. You have to consider it in my terms. I'm a very short woman. I'm 5'1" and some change. I'm a tiny little person.
Yeah.
So
I'm 5'2".
Nice. See, I need someone to change my light bulbs as well.
Yeah.
I don't want a boyfriend. I just want someone to change my light bulbs for free.
Yep. Exactly.
Maybe I'm gonna start a gym in my house where they can carry the laundry up and down the stairs. Missy's gym. You pay me to run up and down stairs all day. It's great. But to be white pilled means that you take all this information that you know that it's dark, it's ugly, it's awful, and you treat it like a piece of furniture in your house.
Yes.
Small people like me and you are not capable to move.
Yeah.
It is literally a lounger in my living room. And I walk past that lounger every time I go to the kitchen, every time I watch TV, I can see it. It's there. It's always there. It's always in the room. It's in my living room. It's there.
Yep.
But I choose when I get to sit in it. And I choose when to just walk past it.
Yes.
And I take breaks. Because you cannot do this without taking care of yourself first. Because you won't just drive yourself crazy. You'll alienate your friends and family. There's a lot of people that are awake. There are a lot of people that are red pilled. There are a lot of people that are chasing the truth and have been for years, and they've alienated everyone around them, and they don't even realize that the reason they've alienated everyone isn't because of what they're saying, isn't the truth that they don't believe them. It's because they've become such a horrible person to be around because they're so negative all the time, and it's so dark in their head. They're starting to show on the outside. Like if you put an onion in your shirt, everyone around you is gonna smell the onion.
Yep, exactly.
You can't walk around like that. You cannot be a soldier You
You can't be negative. You've got to have
but you can't be part of this movement if you
positivity.
Can't get it together.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to see it for what it is. Like I've seen that thing too that you were saying,
and then also the littles where they're like, we dance with the skulls of the babies. That one,
Yep. And I've seen
stuff out there.
Yep. And I've seen something even worse that was just so disgusting that I went, oh.
Those are the only things I'm comfortable even talking about on camera.
Yeah, I can't even say what it was because it's that bad, right?
I was friends with John McAfee.
Yep.
I was friends with him since 1999. He would call me from all over the world and like tell me about his capers and all. And they painted him as such a monster that like people don't even realize like all the good stuff he did. They don't even realize that like he was like flying a drone over like Epstein's Island. And he told me it wasn't him. But the way that man would answer a question was, if he didn't say no, it was probably yes. Because he would take laptops and just throw them off the boat. He's like, compromised.
Yep.
Because he was one of them. He was one of them. And he turned his back on them.
Yep.
And they harassed the hell out of him. But he would release videos of Epstein's Island before the FBI like raided it and like blew up all the tunnels and all with like a drone. And he named it Rusty Shackleford. And I asked him.
Remember. Yep.
I asked him. Now, I do not know for 100% fact. He never said yes, but he didn't say no.
Yes.
And he's the kind of man that he would be like, no.
Wow.
He never said no. So there's a lot of people out there, though, that they get caught up in the negative stuff, and they want to push it on other people like it's a hot potato.
Yes.
And we can't do that. We have got to rise above. We have to be centered. You have to be well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike today, you have to brush your hair sometimes. I just got back from the pool. My kid and I were swimming all day. We were at the beach and I'm sunburned.
Lovely.
And this is done for the day. Like I'm gonna have to like put some conditioner and stuff on it because I've toasted it in the sun. I need to get hair conditioner. Or like hair sunscreen. That's what I need.
Yep.
But if we let like the bad stuff get to us and we don't try, and we let these Hollywood lizard people assholeists, globalists, like selfish assholes, narcissists.
Yes.
We let them like run everything with their cameras and their lighting and their attractive people and their nonsense. Like they're going to win. We have to get out there. We have to get dressed. We got to put on our lipstick. We have to get in front of a camera. We have to open our mouths.
Yes.
And we have to be willing to take death threats and be willing to be like, okay, it's going to get ugly.
Yep.
But if I don't do this.
Look at the alternative.
Yes.
It doesn't look good.
We've got to like get our mental health in order.
Yes.
Not let this stuff make us crazy. Be willing to be wrong. Be willing to like let someone that doesn't know what they're talking about ramble about stuff for a while.
Yep.
And then just like be like, you know what? That's why we have moderators. That's why we have for things. They'll get checked. It's gonna be fine. And be willing to like, if someone's like being abusive or they're saying something you completely disagree with, 9 times out of 10, that person is there to try to throw everyone off of the conversation.
Yes, exactly.
And that doesn't mean like the government has shills or whatever. Like that's the easiest road to go down. And that's usually the wrongest. What a lot of times what this is just people that like have the devil, demons, Saturna stuff in their heart. They have shit in there where there's a big hole in their heart and they fill it up with hate and all the things. Sometimes dicks if they're like, stars, and they fill up this hole in their heart with everything that doesn't belong there instead of putting Jesus in it. And what comes out the other end is all just as evil and dark. And they get off on bringing us to tears or making us angry or disturbing. When people are having a good conversation like we're having right now, one-on-one, people will come in and like mass run at us and try to disturb everything that we're doing so these conversations don't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even looking at the chat right now.
No, neither. I haven't been looking at the chat.
I will bet cash money. It's not all sunshine and roses, and that's fine. Missy talks too fast. Is she on meth? And I'm like, no, I'm high on.
No, I can't see anything like that at all.
Oh, I get it. You name it, I've heard it at this point. I've had my face criticized, everything about my life criticized. People have dug up pictures of my dead brother and like criticized him. Pictures of my child they found on Facebook and blast. I had my Twitter hacked on Thanksgiving Day. And it was so upsetting because the only people that they messaged all this thirst trap to on Twitter and Facebook, which both got hacked on Thanksgiving Day, was all the parents from my child's class at school, small Christian private school.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. My mom is like, it would be better if he did not come to Thanksgiving. And I was like, I agree. Because I didn't do anything wrong. So.
Wow.
But that's how do you discredit a woman?
Yep.
I love how they call it slut shaming, right?
Yep.
So when they find a woman who can talk, who knows the truth, is willing to call them out for their truth, has backup of a backup of a backup of documents and files to prove the truth. What's the best way for them to get rid of us is to slut shame us.
Yeah, well, they call your names.
Or ask people for money, right?
Yep.
OnlyFans shit. Yep. That's the only thing they have to do. So they will. If you drink and you do drugs regularly, you're no good to this movement. You're of no use to us because those things are going to be the thing that's going to separate you from friends, family, and eventually people are going to find out because there are a lot of crazy people out there that have mental health problems that do desperately are clinging to the vaccine being good for their children because they vaccinated their children.
Yeah. Well, I do smoke pot.
I'm with you. I'll smoke with you. I never smoke on camera. It's like one of my things I do not do.
Oh, really?
Solidarity. Hell yeah. I don't smoke all the time, but
I smoke a lot when I'm in front.
By the time I get cancer, there's going to be a cure. If smoking even causes cancer, because my grandfather lived to be like 90-something years old, smoked his whole life, never a problem. Grandmother lived to 90-something years old, smoked her whole life, not a problem. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, secondhand smoke gave me lung cancer. I'm like, what were you hanging out in the bordello in France? Like, were you hanging out like in an Italian like cafe all day? Like, what? How?
Exactly. Well, my mum grew up with 3 smokers in the house in Ireland where it was pretty cold. So they mostly had windows closed and they were sitting in one room with a fire lit and 3 smokers, and my mum's 84 and she's got nothing wrong with her lungs.
I bet she's literally still kicking.
She is. She's still kicking. So
there's a lot more at play.
Yes.
That we are not yet aware of. As far as stuff that's going down legally, and I started getting on this, but I got off on a tangent. I'm so excited to talk to new people about these things.
Definitely.
I love sharing information. It's like, it's the best part of my day.
Yes, it is.
If I could do this all day, every day, I would. 100%. I can understand why Alex Jones can come off as extremely like, rah, 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 because he does do it all day, every day. It's not good for you mentally.
No.
But I can see why he gets so excited and passionate.
Yeah, exactly. I can too. He just used to, when he used to yell all the time, I started going, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's his voice. His voice is grating. But then again, never forget, the reason that Alex Jones and Joe Rogan will be friends for the rest of their lives. They will always be friends. It's not because of the conspiracy stuff. It's not because Alex Jones spits truth. It's because they're both vitamin salesmen. Because their weakness was the money.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's like, why don't you have your own podcast? Why do you just go on other people's? If you guys search for me on YouTube or Spotify, Frantic Missy, you'll see it. There's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And here's the deal. Everyone's like, why don't you do your own thing? And I'm like, it's not time yet.
Yes.
And the reason why is because, like, first of all, the minute I started taking money for giving information to people, which should be free, that's a problem. I don't like that. That's wrong. It's evil.
Yeah.
Information should always be free. The second reason why that's a problem is because I believe in something that I learned from doing research for the Tinfoil Hat podcast. I was like a part of the Ronin Ruins on there. Sam Tripoli, Eddie Bravo, the Tinfoil Hat podcast. And there are these rules. It's about the 47 Ronin. Are you familiar?
What is it? Sorry?
The 47 Ronin. Have you ever heard of the 47 Ronin?
No.
Okay. 47 Ronin, and I hope I get this right because, like, I've told this story a million times. Basically, in feudalistic Japan, there was a good shogun and there was a very evil shogun. And the good shogun was beloved by his samurais that went to defend him for anything. He had over 1,000 samurais. And the evil shogun had money and backing. And he also had a bunch of evil samurais. And what happened was they went to war, and out of 1,000 samurai, only 47 were left. They were slaughtered. The good shogun was killed. The good shogun's followers were murdered, and there were only 47 people. Here's what happens when you have only 47 people that remember the good days, that remember the good guy, that remember the truth. Now you've got two options. You can continue to fight, and you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to die, and the truth dies with you. The story dies with you. No one's ever going to know who the shogun is, because we know from history that they will do everything they can to delete and erase stuff. Right? As a rodent, there are certain rules, such as you cannot give truth to those who don't seek it. You cannot give truth
no, you can't.
to those who don't seek it.
Exactly.
Another one is live basic, live simple. Do not want for things you don't need. You have everything you need. And what you need will always be provided. Don't eat expensive food. Don't overindulge in things. You have to be sharp all the time. You never know who's coming. Stay alive. It's all about staying alive. If we stay alive, then we can spread the truth. If I get taken out in another censorship thing, well, guess what? There goes another warrior.
Exactly.
And I'm a good warrior. So I have to stay alive. And even if that means keeping my mouth shut at times. Even if it means not making this my full-time job. Although it pretty much is at this point. For some reason, God always provides, doesn't he?
And it sort of takes over. You feel like I have to, you know?
Like I've been doing outside work for almost 3 years. I did nothing but do research and work on a book. And my financial situation has changed. Everyone's has with inflation and all that. And I've started taking in outside work. And what I found myself doing is, because I love doing this stuff so much, I'm literally burning a candle at every end.
So am I.
I'm a single mom. I'm also a homeowner. I also have a dog. My mom has cancer, so there's that. Like I'm literally it's like a wheel. It's like a wheel of candles, just all the time. It's like fireworks. But here's the deal: is like I can't not do this.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a fire in my soul.
Something drives you to do this. Yes.
And everyone in my family is super supportive.
Yes, so is mine actually.
My son's super supportive. He understands what I do is good. My parents push me harder than anyone. We bounce stuff back and forth all the time. My dad and mom send me emails and send me documents about stuff all the time as well. So we're doing this as a family. So
that's
it's
good.
Not just me. But it's not just me. Well, God, you always get what you need, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You do.
You're not always going to be rich. It's not always going to be like,
No, but you'll have enough to get by. Yeah, I have faith in that too.
There are 3 kinds of people in this world. There are people that are obsessed with the past. When they think about, if I should have done this, I could have done that. This person did this to me. That person did that to me. I was molested. Someone touched my butt in college and it ruined it for me. Some guy in high school used to call me out every day. Some kid on the bus told me about sex before I was ready, and I felt violated. Like I had to mow lawns and dig ditches because alcoholic parents couldn't. There's a million awful things that can happen to you. But here's the deal: people that are obsessed with the past, that's called depression. Because no matter how much they think about it, no matter how much they obsess over it, I don't have a time machine. You don't have a time machine.
Yeah, we can't go back and change it. You have to accept it for what it is and move forward.
But they can't. It's like a I'm a victim. 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 And that's the train driving them every single day, and they miss out on everything else.
Yes.
And then there's people, the second kind of person is people that are obsessed with the future. I have to get up enough money. We got to prep. Any minute now. The sky is falling. When's the other shoe going to drop? They are going to put us all in FEMA camps tomorrow. I know it. Everyone needs to stock up on food. Right? That's anxiety. That's bad as well. That's not a good way to think. Because no matter how much you prepare, you're never going to be prepared when the other shoe actually drops.
It's like being pregnant. Energy. You don't know what motherhood's like until you actually have a child. And you can worry all through pregnancy. But it won't,
Not
like,
gonna
it's going to
change
be
the
totally,
outcome.
it's going to be totally different when it happens. And I think it's the same with prepping. You can prep all you like, and I have to an extent. I've just got a lot of flour and butter and stuff that, you know, it's stuff you
I got
need.
food put up, but guess what? Like, I'm not gonna like flip out.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's go time, I'm ready for go time. I'll be ready for go time.
Yep.
But
I
right
am
now,
too.
like, dude, like, shh. Everybody just needs to
Chill.
chill.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
Well, that's what
anxiety is the wheel that's now turned. Now you got the
Yep.
train going, and like, there's nothing else. And then your words, you have to back up your own words. And you have to defend yourself. And the next thing you know, now you have an ideology that does not support the movement and the spirit of the movement that you're trying to back up. That's a problem.
Yep.
Beware of the second kind of person, anxiety. Then there's the third kind of person. And they understand there's only so much you can do.
Yep.
Just what's done is done. As a matter of fact, I thank God for every bad thing that's ever happened to me because it made me who I am, and I love myself.
Yes, exactly.
I
feel the same
grateful.
way. Without going what you go through, you wouldn't be the person you are.
The dark stuff that we end up looking up that we're discerning the information about, I'm not angry or upset that I learned those things. I'm grateful for them.
Yes.
Because now I can show that to other people.
Yep.
But I can do it in a way that's a little bit more gentle than the way it was exposed to me. Every mistake you've ever made you who you are, and it's amazing. Everything that could happen in the future, there's a finite amount of time in a day. You can only do so much.
Yes.
You can only do so much and still be productive as a person.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's not just about this and this and me reading books and me, all day long. It's about what is that going to do for other people? It's like a comedy movie. A comedy movie isn't funny if you're just watching it by yourself. You need someone to share it with to make it valuable. That's what people value about cult classic movies, because everyone knows the quotes because you're sharing it with someone else. Same thing is true with this community. Same thing is true with knowledge. There's a finite amount of time in a day. We can't waste all of it worrying about what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. You got to let the sun go down, not just on your anger, but on your disappointment. Grief is a useless emotion. Don't do it. Let the sun go down on your hate. Let the sun go down on your fear. Let the sun go down on everything. And wake up the next day and be like, today's another day. Let's go. Yesterday wasn't great. That's okay. As Scarlett O'Hara says, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, exactly.
Those people, they live in the present, and that's a gift.
Yeah. That's what I try and do. Yeah. Try and live it, for the day at least. Get through each day as it comes. And if it changes tomorrow, be ready.
The present.
Yep. And if it changes tomorrow, just be ready for it. Try and be ready for it.
Never go over the top, though, because 30 days is enough for you to figure something out. If you're really scared of like what's going to happen in the future, well, learn how to sail. Learn how to fix generators.
Yes.
Give yourself skills. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been working on my FEMA side hustle. What am I going to do in a FEMA camp to make my money if I need to?
Yep.
Always have that in your mind.
Yep.
So if shit does go to crap, you've got a way to like be something that people could use in society. Because the people that are needed in society will never starve.
Yes. I believe that too. Definitely.
There's so many great things that have come out of this awful pandemic. Yet no one wants to talk about those things. They just want to talk about how bad it is.
Yep. Yeah, but a lot of people have woken up.
I want you to please give me 3 things that you think that were awesomely positive that came out of the pandemic. Go.
I think the doctors being exposed was one positive thing. Well, it's all exposure, really. And people waking up. I've seen a massive people waking up over that time. And that was
they
just
thought they were going to lock us
brilliant.
down, and we were just never going to look at, like we were just going to go home and watch, like, Netflix. Like, Tiger King. I'm never leaving the house again.
Yep.
Is that what they really thought was going to happen? How many moms started realizing what their kids were learning in school?
Yes.
How many mothers that literally hand their baby, their 6-week-old baby, to a stranger they've met maybe twice?
Yes, to look after.
They can go back to work while their husband works. Between the two of their parents, they see the children an hour a day max.
Yes.
Latchkey kids being raised by the television, right? Yep. How many of those moms started getting involved? Started seeing the CRT in the school.
Yes. Yep.
Started seeing the creepy stuff that their children are being
Yes.
taught. We're at home to go, hang on, I've only seen my child an hour a day for the last 4 years. Oh my God, I failed as a mother. And they freak out for a little bit and they go, okay, here's what we have to do. I don't think we had a great resignation. I think that women who are 50% of the workforce, right?
Yep.
I think they went, we're not doing this anymore. We're getting rid of the extra car. That also means getting rid of the extra gas. That also means getting rid of the extra insurance. That's one less car payment, one less gas, like all the gas money, right? That's one less insurance payment. That is, I don't have to go out and buy lunch every day at my job that I have to drive an hour to every day, right?
Yep.
Think about, I don't have to pay for childcare all summer or after school because I'm at home now.
Yep.
We're going to grow our own vegetables and we're going to do something different.
Exactly.
Thank you, pandemic. Thank you to the pandemic.
Yep. And I started growing my own food, so, and composting and just going back to nature more.
We all started putting our feet in the dirt for the first time in years.
Yep.
We've all been under like this, I'm going to cry over a television person that's a character in a show that didn't actually die, that isn't even actually that person.
Yes, exactly. I know. That's emotional manipulation.
Everyone has a Donna in their office that's like, oh, and then, I'm like, dude, not a real person. That's an actor. The actor's still alive. You can look at their Twitter right now. They're fine. What is wrong with you?
Yep, exactly.
How many women, and I'm sorry, men, give us a minute here.
Yep.
How many women spend 2 hours a day watching television? They drive an hour to work in traffic, back to back, if they don't get in an accident. Which highly increases your insurance, by the way, y'all.
Yep.
Then they go to work and they spend all day like on Facebook trying to pretend that they're super busy because they're not. If they were busy, they'd be fulfilled. They're not. If they were busy, they'd get paid more, which they're not.
Yep.
Right? They wait for that bell to ring, and we'll get into bells in a minute, and the Pavlovian bell cycle that is our modern day education system and workforce and alarm clocks and all that. But they wait for that bell to ring for lunch, and they're like, oh, wow, finally, I have 30 minutes to myself if my email or my phone doesn't ring.
Yes.
Or if my child doesn't come home from school set. And then that's a huge crisis.
Yep.
And now the family is losing a whole day of work that week if your child gets sick. It's a nightmare. Then they get back in there. They just struggle through the whole day. And they get off work and they're like, yes. I mean, I spent the whole day arguing on Facebook about flat Earth. Right?
Yep.
Just to get back in traffic for another hour, maybe an hour and a half if there's an accident.
Yep.
To get home to eat TV dinner out of a box. It doesn't matter if it's HelloFresh. It's still weird and gross.
Yep. That's
how you're going to feed your family. It's because you can't even shop for yourself because who's got time for the grocery store?
Yeah, that's the whole plan though, to make it like that.
They're triple paying for it. And then what do? They barely see their kids, and they sit in front of the television and watch other people live their lives.
Yes.
If they spent the time in traffic and watching TV every year on going after being a legal assistant, going after being a medical assistant, especially with their awake knowledge, think about how much they could go experience that drama themselves. But instead, people watch television and vicariously live through other people's lives, or watch extra, or like the Kardashians with their like facial, God knows what kind of sickness they got going on. Well, we know Marina Abramovich, spiritual and stuff, and their big butts and like their tiny little like clothing and like their plastic surgery, which no woman can live up to. No one can. No one looks like that. No, it's fake. It's plastic.
Yes,
and
exactly.
people look at that and they've taken all this negative knowledge that makes them hate themselves, and the music sucks, and the television sucks, and the movies suck, the entertainment sucks, and yet they're still sitting there and watching it. And I'm like, dude, go learn how to garden, learn how to paint.
Yes.
Get a hobby. Go back to school. Do something you can actually use.
Exactly.
And pay cash for it.
Yes, if you can.
Or you're better off getting a high interest credit card than you are a student loan.
Yes, you are. Yep.
Because a credit card, that goes away.
Yep. Student loan.
The loans are forever. They're like a diamond or a herpes.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
What do you think women in particular can do to change the world on a daily basis? Something small. What do you think?
Homeschool.
Yeah, I mean, my kid's in a really good, like, tiny little private school. It's not cheap,
Yep.
but it's worth everything.
Yep. Or put your child into a school that actually has the same beliefs you do, that isn't going to do that to your children. So they aren't going to teach CRT or the trans ideology and things like that, you know?
My kid had superhero day at school today. They got to wear whatever, it was the last day of school. And they could dress in like a t-shirt that has superhero on it. You know, my kid's t-shirt says, Jesus is my superhero.
Yep.
And he picked it up for himself. No one told him to do that.
God love him.
He wants to be a pastor when he grows up. I'm like, wow, well, God, you gave me something to handle.
Yeah.
I got my issues with religion. My father's a Southern Baptist minister. But my kid, like, he's like, I want to go to the Citadel, which is a college, which is like a military base, like college. I want to go to the Citadel, and I want to be a pastor. And he's 9. He's made up his mind.
Wow.
And most kids, you'd be like, oh, well, next year it's going to be something. No, not my kid. Not my child.
Wow.
When he makes up his mind, he does what he says he's going to do. But then again, I raise him. So he's like,
yes. Yeah.
I do what I say I'm going to do.
Yes.
Even if I'm suffering doing it, I will do it because I said I would
Yeah.
do it. Because your word's your bond. It's all we have.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You got to stick by your word. Otherwise, yeah. What else have you got, really?
You have nothing else. Because
Yep.
everything else, like all this, one fire, it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. I've got books everywhere and papers everywhere and notes everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I set up my studio in my garage. Number one, I can research this dark stuff and not bring it in my house.
Yes.
Like, you know, Japanese people take their shoes off at the door. That's what I do with like this dark stuff.
Yes.
I wouldn't
leave
allow
it
my
at
kid
the
out
door.
here. I'm like, go back inside. Like, get back
Yep.
inside. You know?
Yep.
But what's another thing you think that people can do to help their families right now that is simple and easy?
Grow your own food.
Correct. Good
Mhm.
answer. Yeah. Do you know that the entire
Become more
Amazon?
self-reliant. Like, I don't know, even bake your own bread if you can. Like, it's hard with women being put to work, see, as well.
If hippies can bake bread on the ground, you can do it in an oven.
Yep. Well, you know what I did? I baked my own loaf of bread.
Good for you. I have a bread maker, and I bake
Oh, do
several
you?
loaves in it. Yeah, I
Yep.
do have I've got a bread maker, and I used it for a while, but I couldn't eat bread.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
made this by hand, and it is as close as I can get to a country split loaf that we have here in Australia. It's got sesame seeds on it,
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
and it's a lovely little loaf. So
Sandwiches.
I've been
for days.
Yep, and I've been practicing doing that, and I bake my own biscuits, so I don't have to buy them. I know exactly what's in them. Yeah, and other food. I cook all my own dinners every night. I do not buy takeaway.
The amazing thing about homeschooling your kids is you have all this extra time
To do all
grow your
this.
own food and
Yes.
make your own food, and you can get them to help you, and you can teach them as well.
Exactly, and that's part of the lessons. The part of the lessons would, like, growing food is like a science in a way. So you can teach them, you know, growing and stuff like that.
Baking is chemistry.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can get them involved and teach them. And it'll probably be better for them to learn things like cooking and growing their own food. It'll be better for them than half the stuff they learn at school. Think about that in place of CRT or the trans movement learning, you
That
know.
stuff makes me so angry, and yet at the same time, it makes me so grateful.
Yes.
Like, literally, I can't even tell you how many times I'm just like, oh, thank you, Jesus, I don't have to deal with this. Because my kid goes to a small Christian private school. He's been there since
Yes.
2K.
Yep.
It's the same school that I graduated from. My
Yep.
kids, they wore masks on the bus, and they wore masks on like walking trips because they live. It's like in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. So it's like it's like on the Battery, which is like all these historic homes, and like it's great because they get like see history and touch history every day.
Yep.
But the only time they wore masks in the whole school was on the bus,
Yes.
on field trips, or outside walking around. When they got into class, no mask.
Yep.
But then again, the entire city they lived in got rid of mask mandates in like August of 2020. So when people are like, the mask this, the mask that, the vaccine, I'm like, dude, I don't work for anybody. It's not to have a vaccine. I refuse to work for anyone. Unless it's a man that I love. I'll work for a man that I love. I'm not married right now, though, so no vaccine. So that never affected me. The mask doesn't affect me because I don't work for anybody but myself, so I don't have to worry about the mask. And it's not really a thing at my kid's school. He only wears it on the bus to and from school. That's it.
Yeah.
So like everyone's like railing about COVID, and I'm like, dude, these aren't any of my problems.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, just don't make these your problems. Don't complain about it. Change your life.
Yes. Don't do it. It's quite easy.
I'm not saying get up tomorrow and like overthrow, everything that your family and children are used to. But here's the funny thing about kids. Like, there's a lot of parents that refuse to move their kids either to a private school or to homeschool because they're like, well, they're going to miss their friends. What about their... I'm like, dude, kids are very resilient. Talk to a military brat and see how it worked out for them. Because a lot of them are fine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's good to know how to adapt.
Yep. And
you're not just teaching them how to be not exposed to things they shouldn't be exposed to as young children, but on top of that, now you're teaching them resilience. And you're teaching them how to be communicative. Because one of the biggest problems right now with the youth is they don't know how to communicate.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no communication skills. If you're a new kid in school, though, guess what happens? You have to learn how to communicate.
Yes.
There's no excuse.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of options out there for homeschooled mothers.
To
socialize your kids.
Yep. You can just have like neighborhood, get-togethers or parents and children get-togethers and things like that,
In the States, we have had what I think they're called pods. There's a lot of these homeschool pods that have popped up in the last couple of years. And literally, it's like all the moms get together and hire a teacher.
Yep.
And that teacher teaches, 12 or 13, like first, second, and third graders. That teacher teaches, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and it's like 15 kids. And all the moms contribute together, and all their money together is less than private school.
Yes.
Right?
And pay the person.
And because their paycheck directly depends on what they're teaching, they are very careful of what they bring up in class. Yeah. It's not like the education system where you don't, like, no one gets fired. Teachers just don't get fired.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get a teacher fired.
Yep.
So the pods thing is very helpful. If you really want to like meet people that are like you, one of the best places in the world, believe it or not, I know it's like a liberal hangout. By the way, we need to stop saying the word liberal and libtards too, because all liberals are on our side now, y'all. Like, it's the far left that's the problem. So
yes, exactly.
Tend to gravitate towards farmers markets. Farmers markets, like, grow too many avocados, grow too many eggplants, grow too much spinach, and go sell it at the farmers market. Yeah. Go meet some people, because that's where you're going to meet the other homeschool moms. Yep.
I used to do a market up the road, just sell little bits and secondhand things, and it was a good way to meet people in the neighborhood.
It's not even about the money; it's about your community, man.
Yeah, exactly. Learning, who people are, and they get to know you. You get to know them. It was a great
meets.
Yep.
There's a lot of women that do quilting nights or like knitting classes like together.
Sewing, yep.
Or
everything.
Book club. And you always know,
yep.
Again, like the blue hair, what the right book club is to join.
Yep, exactly.
What their subject matter is.
Yep.
No excuses though.
If a book club gives you 1984 to read, then you're doing well.
If Oprah Harpo, which is Oprah spelled backwards.
Yep.
If it's one of her books, you're like,
yeah, I don't know about this. No, yeah.
What are they reading? How do you have a book club where you read 50 Shades of Grey and then discuss it like with a straight face?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm literally blushing just thinking about that.
Yeah,
what a nightmare! What a freaking nightmare!
I haven't even read it, and I don't want to.
You don't need to.
Yeah,
you don't need to.
Yep.
It's garbage.
Yep.
I'll sum it up
That's
for you in 3 words.
I think
it is garbage. Problem solved.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I thought. That's why I haven't read
Frantic Missy.
Yep.
I give it no stars because you don't get stars in the gulag.
Yep. Exactly. Oh goodness me.
Yeah, the fear's got to go, y'all. We got to stop having a fear-based community because it is not serving us. It is not serving other people. By yelling at someone, you're not going to teach them anything. All you're doing is you are giving them literally the exact thing that they want from you.
Yes, exactly.
Violence with language.
Yep.
You have to learn. I mean, I'm Southern. I'm a Southern American, which I don't know if you know what that means and all, because you are from, it's different over there.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Everything's trying to kill you, and the koalas definitely have chlamydia. Not saying it's
Yes.
a healthy thing. Just saying that, like, Christmas Island is not my favorite place to
Yep.
travel. There's no actual Christmas at Christmas
No.
Island. There's no actual Easter at Easter Island. Just saying, maybe not the happiest place on earth.
Yep. No.
Just all you're gonna get there is crabs, and they're gonna steal your silverware.
Yes.
Right? But one of the amazing things, we have to get rid of this fear, because everyone's like, I could get canceled for this. I'm like, well, then do it.
Mm.
Right?
Yep.
Well, if I say that, they can take my channel down. Then
Do it. Yeah.
Because guess what? There's Rumble. There's Bitchute.
Yes. There's just numerous other ones.
It reminds me of, like, you ever had like a little kid that has to pee really bad and they sit there with like the pee dance, right?
Yep. Yep.
I see so many people that are awake that are like, red pilled, or, that have been into Q, or have been into like the Epstein stuff, or like just paying attention. And they're literally, their internet presence is the pee dance. And
Oh,
it's like,
no.
pee. Just tell somebody to go pee.
Just
Just go to the bathroom. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're doing this to yourself. You're choosing to be in pain.
Yep.
You're choosing to be uncomfortable. And
Yeah,
the worst part
exactly.
is everyone has to look at it.
Yes.
Go pee somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but what if the police catch me? Well, then they catch you, but at least you don't have to pee anymore.
Yep, exactly. At least you're done.
At least you're done.
I don't care about it either. I don't, like I said before when I had my other channel, I don't care if police come to the door. Yeah.
I'm on like I'm on my second Twitter, because my first Twitter, I started a campaign to send Nancy Pelosi denture cream, and like way too many people did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she was like, I'm like, this is the Speaker of the House. Click, clackety, what?
Yep.
So I started a campaign to send her denture cream. So that one, that had to go. So I went on Yelp and created a Twitter. I created a Yelp profile for Twitter jail, and then said they get 1 star because you don't get fed in the gulag.
Oh no.
Yeah, you like, we have so much ability to use their own technology to troll them.
Exactly.
To go against them.
Yep.
Don't be mean. Like, kill people with kindness.
Yep.
It's way more fun.
Yeah, it is. Yep. I'd
rather be giggling with us than like shaking with them.
Exactly. And they're so angry.
Well, they have to be, because they don't understand what's happening. Again, there's definitely some sort of like spell going on.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of stuff that we've seen. I'm going to try not to go too deep into detail, because it's an hour and a half conversation. But there are things that have gone on. They've cast a spell on society. So do not get mad at people that cannot understand what's going on.
Yes.
It's not because they're stupid. It's not because they're weak. It's not because they have different political beliefs, they're evil, or because there's something wrong with them. It's because legitimately there's a lot of people that I mean, and the key is the television. It really is.
Yes.
It's the TV.
It is brainwashing. Absolute.
I mean,
brainwashing.
look at when the pandemic first happened, and people were fist fighting each other over toilet paper with canned goods behind them. I'm like, fight over the canned goods, y'all. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Those are perfectly good green beans. Toilet paper's only been around for like 100 years. What are we arguing about? Oh, what, you don't have washcloths and a washing machine in your house?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, no one's fighting over laundry detergent.
No, exactly. It's insane. And they know exactly how to do it.
They cast a spell. It's literally a spell. And they
that's what the whole thing was.
What they could be able to get away with.
Yep. With the whole pandemic, that's what I think they did.
Well, they tested it with, if you remember, I don't know if they should in Australia, but I've had friends of mine that said that it did. Also in Britain, I have friends of mine that said they did. And also in Italy, I have friends of mine that said they did. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, which I remember because I was in Vegas, I was supposed to do a comedy show. I'm also a stand-up comedian. I was supposed to be doing a comedy. I'm not anymore, because like the lesbians have ruined it for everyone. No offense to lesbians, but you guys ruin everything. Not just flannel shirts. You also ruined comedy. You ruined it. They hate me before I opened my mouth, just based on the way that I look, and just you're not nice. And I was in like Vegas, and I was supposed to be doing something called the Dirty at 12:30 on March 17th. Vegas shut down March 16th. The next day, March 17th, they started turning off machines at 6 o'clock in Vegas. By midnight, everything in Vegas shut down, including all the bars. I'm like, you guys couldn't make it till 12:35. My 5 minutes, I was supposed to have an agent, like, in the audience, right? My whole career's been derailed. But I got stuck in Vegas. So I was supposed to fly next to Pasadena on a smaller airline, and I had no way to get home. I was stuck in Vegas. And so I was just watching the TV on loop. Back when we thought there were going to be bodies in the street. Remember that?
Yep.
Remember how scared we all were? Like, we're all like, dude, like, it could be 1 out of 3 people that are dead. Is it going to be me? Is it going to be my mom? Who my family's going to make? It was terrifying.
I didn't
and
believe
we were watching people fall over in the street. And I mean, you saw the videos of people falling over in the street. I'm like, how much can they fake at this point? But we didn't know. We just didn't know at that time. And one of the things that they kept looping was people in hazmat suits. I use that term loosely. Burying like crazy, like old school, like paper coffins that look like something out of Dracula.
Yep.
On and they said it was Hart Island in New York. And they're like showing just these people digging mass graves and burying bodies. And that was the beginning of the pandemic. And then I found out that same footage is everywhere, all over the world.
Yep. Yep.
And that well, I mean, of course they make lies, but
they recycle.
I was like, oh wow, they really took it like the next level.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the Willem scream?
No.
It's a scream that's repeated a lot in different movies. You'll hear it's the same sound. It's always been the same sound, and like it's like and it's the same sound, and you'll hear it from like anything from like a Clint Eastwood movie to like a comedy movie, like even TV shows. It's called the Willem scream, and they do it over and over again. That's what it felt like this burying of people and their little body clock felt like the Willem scream. I was like, at a certain point, you start to go, they couldn't like get a voiceover actor to go, is this a joke?
Yep.
Or is this intentional?
Yep.
Why is this happening? This is weird. And I was watching them bury these unknown, unnamed, faceless, nameless people in these creepy boxes made out of cardboard, like some sort of Beetlejuice knockoff. God. And I was like, dude, this feels like a spell.
Yep.
And just like the cremation of care ceremony, you start to connect the dots, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Remember when Trump got elected and all these witches all over America got together to cast evil spells on him?
I do. I remember.
At what point do you think that, again, if we can speak things into being, at what point is that not something else?
Yes. Exactly.
You don't have to be spiritual to just put the numbers together. You go, this goes there to there. Okay.
Put the call out there for other people to do it, and they would have had a lot of people doing it.
You know when you know you're right?
Yep.
When they make you feel like a crazy person with a murder board connecting red string and screaming at yourself in the mirror going, I got this. Like they make you look like you're crazy. When they make you feel like you're crazy for being smart.
Yes.
For paying attention.
Yep.
For doing the work.
Yep.
That's where all the problems are going to come after.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're right. If something is hard, if people criticize you nonstop, you're probably right.
Yep. I agree. And the more they come at you, the more you know you're right. That happened to me on Facebook. Yep.
That's why I said at the beginning of this conversation, I was like, I got death threats and I was thrilled. I got fan mail and I was like, psh. I got death threats and I was like, yes. I made it.
I wouldn't be looking. I'm not looking forward to that, but I haven't had anything.
I gave him my address and I was like, come on over.
Yep.
If you want to talk, I'm here to talk.
Yep.
You know how many people showed up?
None. Yeah.
You know why? Because they're
empty threats.
Real,
yeah.
Or they've never felt the touch of a woman.
Yep. Yep. Most of them are empty threats. I know.
Well, they're empty-headed. Yeah. They're empty-hearted.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. I might have
to take up your whole thing. I want to.
No, that's okay.
Didn't mean to commandeer. If anybody wants to find me, I'm on Twitter, Frantic Missy. I'm not allowed to follow anybody back yet because I've run out of people I'm allowed to follow. 5,001 people I follow. 3,721 people follow me, but I'm not allowed to follow anyone else apparently. And it takes an hour to go through to try and find the people I need to get rid of. I guess I don't know. The number moves around a lot without me touching it, so I don't know.
Yep.
My Instagram's been hacked, so don't look for me there, but they commandeered my Instagram a while ago. They use that to embarrass me as much as they can. So Frantic Missy on Twitter. If anybody wants to send me information, like please DM me. I always answer my DMs. Search me on YouTube under Frantic Missy. All one word, put a space in it. Also under Spotify. Again, the critical thing out of all the stuff I've done, which I've done some pretty good stuff, the one I think everyone really needs to watch though is the conspiracy theory thirst trap one that I did with the Big Dumb Podcast, because like that is that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
We've got to stop trying to wake people up.
Yeah.
Because if they're not awake by now, I'm sorry. You fell off the Titanic.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep, exactly. I think
that's why
I'm just concentrating on the Durham trial at the moment, mainly, and what's happening with Twitter, because I know what's coming. I think I know what's coming, and it's all exposure. So, yeah.
I don't personally believe this, but my mom, who's not the brightest crayon in the box, but a very lovely lady, Christian lady.
Yep.
My mom, with all her heart, believes that. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Again, this could be a thirst trap. My mom, whatever. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to pull the Band-Aid off. With all her heart, believes that JFK Jr. is alive, which I also believe is alive. I just don't think that he's like the vice president.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like facial recognition software that I can't disprove with the Vincent Fusca stuff. My mom believes, with all her heart, that JFK Jr. is a master of disguise, and that he's also John Durham.
Oh, really?
Really?
Wow, that's interesting.
I'm not saying she's right.
No.
Nope. What I am saying is, it's interesting.
It is. It is an interesting idea.
And if you think she's wrong, cool. Let's prove her wrong.
Yep, exactly.
Please help me. Help me.
Yep.
Everyone help me.
Yep. Okay. Everybody send Frantic Missy stuff if you can find any.
Send me stuff that will change my mind, change my world, change my thoughts, and give me stuff I can share with others. Because I do have a mouthpiece. God put me in this position. I literally, my entire life, everything up to this point, has led me to be right here, right now. Just like I stumbled into this live stream.
Yes.
I just stumbled into this.
Really?
Yes. It just popped up, and I was like, I'm supposed to be there now.
Wow. Good on you.
Happens to me. Happens to me all the time. I just find stuff, and I'm like, I know that's where I'm supposed to go. I should be inside, like putting my kid in the tub, which I'm about to do right now. Getting ready for bed, because we went swimming all day, and I know he's tired because he's like slumping out on the couch, like laying down a seat in the car on the way home.
Yep. Oh,
he's like, I'm just gonna lay down for a minute. I'm like, yeah, right. He didn't fall asleep though. So I know I should be doing that right now, but at the same time, I know he's fine.
Yep.
So it's like, it's one of those things where like, I was supposed to be here. There are no coincidences. Right?
Yes.
Everything is connected. We're all responsible for each other, but not in the way we think it is.
Yes.
So please, if you guys find something amazing, please show it to me. Share it with me. I want to see. Send me everything.
Yep. Well, I'll sub to you on YouTube, and I'll follow you on Twitter.
Awesome.
Yep.
And there's one more thing I want to say before I have to bail, because I don't want to take up all your time. I'm so grateful for you to give me the time to speak as well, because I love doing this. I just want to share everything I can.
Yes.
One more thing I want to say before I go is, if you guys really want to like defeat the dark, like you want to punch there's a pastor that was one of those like song and dance like ooh like in a suit and be like, I'll heal you, right? And he'd say, every time you write me a check, it's like punching the devil in the eye. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
So I look at that and I go, if you want to punch darkness in the eye, you want to give darkness a black eye, you want to really hurt these people, the one thing you can do every day that takes very little effort is create. The opposite of war is not peace, it's creation. Dark things are not made in the image of God. They are made to be an echo chamber. They are made to worship. They are made to follow. They are not leaders. They cannot create. That's why Hollywood movies suck.
Yep.
That's why Ghostbusters has all women in it. They cannot create. So if you want to punch the devil in the eye, you want to give him a black eye that hurts, every day, get up, create something, do something, make a podcast, do a blog, bake some bread, make a painting, write a short story, write a song. Yep. Every day, strive to create something, because the opposite of war is not peace, it's creation.
Yep.
And they hate you.
Yes.
The lizard people, they hate you because you can create and they can't. So punch them in the eye.
Yep. Well, it's lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.
If you ever need anything, please reach out.
I will. Thank you.
I'm trying to drag us all up into the light together. So
yes, yep. Yeah, I want us all to go forward in a positive direction instead of the negative direction they want us to go.
There's nowhere to go but up when you hit rock bottom.
Yep, exactly.
You hope it rains so you can swim because climate sucks.
Yep. Okay. Well, you have a lovely night, and I'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Oh, you will. You're gonna. I need to get you into a Twitter space or two with me.
Yes, definitely.
We do one called
Excellent.
17. That's fun.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Well,
Okay.
well, thanks for having me. Have a beautiful evening. Have a lovely, blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
Keep disseminating truth. Bye.
I will. Bye. Okay, guys. That was really interesting. And I'm sorry, I've probably missed a lot of your comments, guys. What I'm going to do is I need to take a short break because I'm going to do the pee dance if I don't. And I'll come back in a couple of minutes. Okay, where am I?
Through a lot of pain, some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay, I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay, I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay, I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Way back a year ago.
Okay, what's going on here? Remove that. Okay, I am back. Had something to eat. You know what I also did? I'll show you what I also made. Chocolate chip biscuits. So I've been sitting here munching on a chocolate chip biscuit. Okay, let's go back through some of these comments. Hey, Penny, how are you? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you guys. Shannon said, yes. Cheryl, you have missed you, but not all at once. 30 minutes. Slow down a bit for us Aussies. Yeah, we Aussies are very laid back. Oh, Carl says, thank you, Carl, for joining. Okay, put the link in. Okay, and close that again. Let's have a go here. Sorry, guys, my mouse is playing up a bit. Alex said, I thought I had it, Carl, but I lost the link. Hev1 put it up. Yep, I've put it up now. Does anyone know what the big announcement was? Jay Stephanie. No. Deb, no, I came late. Notice how he said I don't care and continued to try and run roughshod. Liz, oh, I missed again. Selena said, to be fair, guys, when you have video chat like that, you can have a delay and folks think no one is talking and end up talking one over the other. Yes, it is like that sometimes. It's very hard. You think the other person stopped because there is a slight delay, and it can happen that you talk over people. So Frantic Missy said, Shannon, I'm sorry I speak quickly and throw a lot of info at you at once. That's just who I am. But I hope to see you on video and in podcasts and live stream to be given an example of better. It is really hard to jump on someone's stream and try and say a lot in a very short amount of time. Oh, David, take care. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so is anyone going to call in? I just want to say again, thank you to all the people that joined. I really appreciate that very much. Oh, interesting comment from GeoLoft. Okay, I think Carl's joined in. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Yes, I can barely hear you. I don't know if you can. That's a bit better. It's very, very faint.
Oh, really? Hang on. I'll check the settings.
Okay, check the settings, see your volume.
How's that? Is that better?
That's much better.
It's not going through the headset, not the PC speaker.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yep. So how are you?
I'm really good. I voted this morning at 8 o'clock and I had a candidate ready to sort of hand me flyers. I asked the Labor representative whether she supported the mandates. And
Yes.
they were evasive, just basically said, well, I think we've all made our opinions and, you know, we should be moving forward. Wouldn't answer the question.
Wow.
I asked her about suppression orders. So, first of all, I said, what do you think about prosecuting pedophiles? And she said, well, of course we do. And then I said, what about all the suppression orders against your politician mates? And then she had a manager sort of come in and move around, making me out to be some sort of conspiracy theorist.
Oh, no. Your audio is still going in and out a bit. I don't know why. Is that better?
Right.
Oh, settings, yep.
I've got to go back to settings. How's that?
Oh, that's much better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, yes, much.
Hang on. But now I can't hear you.
You have to disconnect the speaker.
Hello. Ah, yes.
Hello?
Oh, you sound so good. Yes.
Yes, you sound very clear too.
Oh, very good. Oh, wow. So high
So you
definition.
were asking them, you were questioning them about their policies this
I didn't
morning.
want to answer.
Of course not. Who were you questioning? Which?
Look, and I'm in a blue seat. It was what was his name? Look, I don't even pay attention to him. I did
Yep.
speak to a Liberal Democrat candidate, thinking he was
Yes.
Liberal. I didn't realise, and he basically, we talked about some things which be moderated on this platform, but he basically said
Yep.
your choices saved your life, and we're in favour of freedom, so, and personal
Yes.
decisions and choice. So he was good. I like that, and he's not afraid to talk about some of the real issues. But Naomi, someone is her name, for the Labor candidate, so she went last.
Oh, okay. Yep. Good. Yeah, I was trying to tell everybody I know, vote below the line, vote them.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
No, I don't think so. I think they'll take it anyway. They'll try and take it.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful just to talk to you. I loved what Missy had to say about, it's not at this point in time, it's not so much about waking others up. There's
Yes.
just no point. I've had too many battles, I've lost too many friends, and I've wasted too much energy.
Yes.
I think to validate the journey that we've all been on, it's been good for us as well. It's a learning curve
It is.
because some of this stuff, if you go back to your life 10, 20 years ago and said, you'd say you're crazy. But we've all had this awakening. We've had to go through this, and the battles have been there to also help us understand ourselves and our thought logic, and whether we are clear in what we're doing.
Yes, definitely. And it makes it more clear to me. I don't know as how you feel, but as time goes on, it becomes more clear to me that I'm in the right doing this,
Yep.
We're right doing this. We're right
Yep.
to wake up. We're right to see what's going on.
And it's
we
not
can.
like we're pushing an opinion like a cult or anything else like that.
No.
It's about freedom.
Yes, and truth and freedom, the two main things.
Yep. So I'm off. I always listen to your streams on a Saturday morning, and
Thank
then
you.
around this time, I get in the car, travel to the city, but I've got my little headset on and I
Yep.
listen. And then at 12 o'clock at Victorian Parliament House, there's a group of us that rally. We've got our signs. We go down Bourke
lovely.
Street. We're escorted by the police. Once a month, there's another group that comes. So it goes from a few hundred to a few thousand.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's interesting to see the reaction from the people on the street. You see a lot of people that have got their faces exposed that are
Yes.
like this, and
Yes.
those that have got covered are like this.
Yes. I could imagine, yes.
And then sometimes you'll see the occasional ones where we're in the middle of Bourke Street. So for those that don't know, Bourke Street is in the middle of our city. It's a mall or a mall. Some people call it mall, we call it mall,
Yep.
where our major department stores are, and we've got a tram line coming through, and there's hundreds of us, and people will get up with a microphone and tell their story, whether they've been injured, whether they're a medical profession that's been outed, et cetera. But you'll see people with face masks on go to the police. They're shaking, they're triggered, they're so upset because they want us to move on. They don't want us to talk. It's like all those TikToks that you see from the US, and
Yep.
for me, it's quite amazing that it's actually happened here in Australia.
Yes. Well, that's why I pay attention to US politics, because I know what happens there comes here.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I've been watching them for a long time, and I was telling people on Facebook, this was about 7 years ago, I was saying there's a trans agenda. It's coming. People going, oh my God, you're nuts. And
I know.
yeah,
it's unreal. I wanted to share my awakening because I kind of there's little sort of, if you think about your life, we've all got stories where we go, oh, that might have been my first awakening. I remember watching Schwarzenegger movies in the 80s about
yes.
the Running Man and all the propaganda of the TV. And we learned as kids that there's a lot of propaganda about the Vietnam War, and the opposition happened because for the first time, people actually saw images of war and they were against it.
Yes.
And I thought, are we still being propagandized, 13, 15 years later? And as a teenager, I kind of went, nah, that'd be silly. What we're saying is right. Like CNN covering the Iraq War, like they're showing real live footage. That can't be propaganda. But what really woke me up was Foxtel. The movie about 9/11, Loose Change, was aired on Foxtel. They aired it twice, and I managed to record it on the iQ, and I watched it over and over again. And when I first watched it, because the wife actually was watching it, I was half asleep. I got really annoyed. I got really angry. I thought, how could someone put something so vile about something so horrible that happened? And within 5 minutes, it actually kind of went, oh, so plane hits the Pentagon. There's no wing marks.
Yes.
Actually, that makes sense.
Yep.
And
I can't remember which one I saw first. I don't know if it was Architects and Engineers or it was one maybe you mentioned before that.
And then I was in New York about 6 months later, and it was just a random thing in the street. And I reckon it might have been Dylan Avery, or maybe Luke Rudowski. I wouldn't know, but there's a whole heap of people marching at around 10 o'clock at night, and they're just trying to wake up the people. And I was trying to speak to them, and they're just saying, we can't say too much. And I thought, you're in America. I wish I could remember exactly who it was, because I was kind of awake to it, but still kind of figuring it all out.
Yes. I think that happens over the years too. Things will pop up in your mind that you'll go, oh, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
And then later on down the line, something else will pop up and it'll start adding together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I saw another movie and it talked about the water. I'll keep it general, like the water, medical industry, the food, a whole heap of things that just sort of brought it into one.
Yeah.
And it also talked about the sky and 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of hit me. It hit me hard because it was a lot of information to absorb all at once.
Yes.
And then I won't say it was because of that, but that night I ended up in hospital because of gallstone attack.
Oh.
I've only had them a couple of times in my life, but I kind of think that was a manifestation. And maybe that's I'm connecting dots, and it's I'm aware that it's probably it's a far leap. But for me, I have the date of when I went to hospital, and it's kind of that's the date that I really woke up. And since then, since 45 and what's happened with COVID and all that kind of stuff, it's just more layers. And then there was that movie I sent you. I don't know if you actually saw the end of it. But the at the 5-hour mark, it's changed my whole life. And I did this to a friend. I sent the link. We're on the same path, and she watched the first hour, and it talked about the Arc de Triomphe and all these other buildings.
Yep.
Right? You know what
I watched the whole thing.
Did you watch the bit about the moon?
I'm sure I did, but I might have to go and watch it again because there's 5 hours of information. Yeah. 5 hours of, I can't remember. Yeah.
I'll send you the link. So I don't want to spoil it for you, but I sent it to her and I said, have a glass of wine and a cigarette. Your life is about to change. I can't tell you. And it was one of those mind-blown moments. It will change. I don't want to oversell it because you'll go, oh, whatever. But please.
No, I will watch it again. I will watch it again because I did watch it and I watched it all in one go.
It's a lot to take, and especially if you can't concentrate on the screen, you kind of do things in the background as well.
Yes. I'd have to put it on my TV, I think, to because I can't always watch the phone. Like I get headaches from looking at the phone. So I've got to put it on the bigger screen and sit back and just watch the the thing. So I might do that this time and put it on the stereo sound. And
now,
yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people. Should we read some comments?
Definitely, yes.
Right.
This one was from GeoLoft, said, I triggered the 3-letter agencies last night in a chat thread. All my devices freaked out, but it shows they're listening. They gave to be highly concerned. They'd have to be highly concerned, otherwise they wouldn't care in the least. And there was another one here from Gavin who said, Linda Paris is getting a lot of intel that solar flare is coming soon. End of world event. This will decalcify the pineal gland, restore DNA, and go back to 5D Earth.
Ooh.
So that's interesting.
So I read something today about the food supply being infiltrated with the spike protein because if you think about what goes through our sewage system and back into the water. So I kind of think there is a game where we've got a chess game at the moment, and if the great times are going to come, something has to happen to cleanse and purify. And this is good. Yes,
definitely. And that would also do the blackout at the same time, solar flares, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just say be ready for that, everyone. Alex said, I trust God will show us all one day what this whole world is and what it's about. I believe that too. David said, never liked popcorn and never owned a microwave. Good one, David. Shannon said, whatever the world is, it's not what we're being told or taught.
That's right. We've been lied to all our lives. Hi, Shannon.
Yep, definitely.
And I loved the donation you made a couple of weeks ago, and you almost made Hev cry. So for all those who want Hev to cry, donate big.
Good on you. I appreciated that. Was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. So yeah. David said, you never know, Alex, the deception is so widespread, but if they fooled us totally about the shape of the earth, it would have to have been such an elaborate plot. It's hard to imagine.
And
Go ahead. I was just going to say, I don't know what shape the earth is, right? But I just know it's not what they told us it is. That's all.
Well, maybe if you have a look at the symbol for the United Nations.
Yeah, I've looked at that. I've looked at all the flat earth stuff, and I'm not saying it is or it isn't.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
I'm sitting back going, okay, well, it's not what they told us. So, and I am inclined more likely to believe the Bible and saying there's a firmament over the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leaning that way, but I'm not 100% sure myself, you know.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
and this is why we follow you and you're talking back to us, because we're all on this journey together. And
exactly.
We'll go out in different paths and come back and share the knowledge, and that's what helps us grow.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always thank the chat, because you guys help me as much as maybe I help you. I hope I help you, but yeah.
By the way, anyone listening, I watched the news this morning. I'm really scared. If someone can point me to a direction where I can get a cure for monkeypox, please. Otherwise, I'm not going to let that.
Hey, they just happen to have a vaccine for that
one.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's just fear.
Yeah.
More fear. Fear.
Only one.
Yep, exactly. Apparently, David Morgan said everything's a rich man's trick. Yeah, it is. Shannon said, Hev looks like she's in a shark's mouth.
That's true.
I've got this, it's actually a kid's jumper.
It's cold here.
It is cold here too. It's raining. Right? Yep. And
12 degrees.
This is supposed to be for a 5-year-old. It is. I'm telling you, it's so big. I'll show you something.
What's the temperature there? Whoa.
It's massive. 5 years old. It'd be down to they'd be dragging on the floor. Yeah. But it's all woolly and it's really warm.
That's nice.
So
12 degrees here in Melbourne, which is about 55 degrees Fahrenheit for our Americans.
Yep. We've got about, it's about 8, 9 here.
9?
8 or 9 degrees.
So 9 times 2 is 18 plus 32. So it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Yep. So that's where we're at the moment. It's been really cold here the last few mornings. What are your mornings been like?
Yeah, we're expecting the next 7 days to be around 5 degrees in the morning.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
got little baby kittens in our bathroom, like little 4 or 5 week
Oh,
old.
really?
So we've got to keep the heat. We've got a heat pad on, and
Yes.
we've got the central heating on. Yeah, we rescue cats. I've got a cat rescue charity.
Oh, good on you. That's fantastic.
1,000 cats a year.
Oh, good on you. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, I've done that before too. Rescued a stray who was pregnant and let her have her kittens in my house and looked after them all and then rehomed them all.
Yep.
And
It's not easy to do. We're
no,
actually a professional charity, but we started off doing it small scale and
yep,
realized that big charities, they waste a lot of money.
yes, they do.
So there's a lot you can do with $1 million a year of revenue.
Oh, yes.
And there's lots of people in the community like yourself that would volunteer their time and resources to help animals. So yeah,
Yes, definitely.
we're off track. What's the next message?
Okay. Alex said, I've been dreaming about the same place for the last 2 years almost every night. The dream is different, but the place is the same. Sometimes it floods, sometimes it's like Hiroshima.
Oh,
Interesting. Yeah, same dream normally. If it's the same place in the dream, that place means something. Selena said, I knew the pandemic wasn't really one when the homeless population near us had perfectly healthy people. No dead in the street. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
Well,
Exactly.
we've got one of the highest jab populations in the world. I looked at the stats. We've had population of 25 mil. We've had 6.6 mil cases, and we've had around 8,000 deaths with COVID. So that's at the worst case scenario, it's a 99.98% chance of survival.
Yes. It's amazing, isn't it? Shannon said the people are easily controlled under fear and emotional state. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think this next thing is. More fear. They're going to keep coming at us. They're going to keep trying. And I don't think what they're doing is going to succeed because too many people, as I said, see it now for what it is,
It's a movie, good versus evil. Good
Yeah,
always
exactly.
wins.
Yep. Alex said, every time I wake up, I wish I could go back there and lucid dream or something. I try and find out what's going on.
Alex, try using selenite. Selenite is good it's a crystal, helps you sleep. Oh, actually, and it will make you dream as well. Can I show you something, Hev?
Yeah.
I texted. It's really hard to communicate on Twitter, but this is orgonite, and my friend made this.
Oh,
And what it is,
wow.
it's crystals, it's metals, and this one's actually got a real flower in it.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's all about energy. So a crystal has positive energy.
Yep.
Like if you put your hand over it and you're kind of awakening it, you can actually feel all the good energy behind it. But the resin, it's almost like it squeezes the crystal, so the metals point the energy, and it actually magnifies it. I'll show you something. I've got something else.
That's really interesting. It's beautiful too.
This is a chembuster. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it on YT,
I don't know.
but what this does, again, there's crystals in it. You can point it, if a plane goes over, you can point it over and squiggle, and within seconds, the clouds will disappear.
Oh, really?
I will send you. So I've actually done a time-lapse video, and I've got clouds in the sky, and I point to it, and I just do this in front of the camera.
Yep.
And it just clears up. It's all about energy.
Wow.
So I'll send you a video to it.
Yeah, send it to me,
It's
definitely.
amazing. And again, it's one of those things where if someone told me, I'd say you're crazy. But when you experience it, it's just like, I can't believe it.
Yep. Oh, that'd be really interesting to see.
Shannon, I think that the mask now kind of really defines people who are for freedom and who still believe the media narrative.
Yep, definitely. And the people who believe the media are fearful. So they're still walking around with them on. Selena said, we had no dead homeless, which told me if the most vulnerable folks were fine, most of us would be as well. Yes, you'd think people in the streets would be the first ones to feel it, you know?
Well, the homeless have been, drinking a lot of disinfectant, like whiskey and vodka and all that.
They have. Yeah, they're probably too full of disinfectant to catch anything.
I went to Costco and I bought a big bottle of whiskey, 1.75 bottle of whiskey.
Oh my
and I looked
goodness.
at the receipt. Do you want to see? I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'm a wired thing, but I looked at the receipt and I said to the cashier, I said, "Oh, there's a mistake here." And she's like, "Huh?" I said, I've bought 6 bottles of whiskey, but this is disinfected for COVID." And she just didn't get it. Hang on.
She didn't get it.
Hang on.
Yep. David said mask burning parties coming. Shannon said Linda Paris talks about these tones they play in the backgrounds. McAllister TV on Rumble.
So this is a SodaStream bottle?
Yep. Oh my goodness. Check it out.
Great. I love it.
It's huge.
It's great. It doesn't last long.
Oh, really? It'll last forever in my house. Then again, unless my son got to it, I don't know. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I've got something to show you. Actually, I can't show you. Oh, fuck it. Sorry, I'll show you.
Yep. Okay.
Worried people from work will see.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Good stuff.
I've got 2 hooks behind me.
Yep.
And so I work from home and I'm waiting for like the Great Awakening to happen.
Yes.
And when it does happen, I'm going to have that flag behind me.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. That's excellent. I wish I had one. Selena said, I did get COVID, though. Very annoying. Hubs was sick enough to get monoclonal antibodies. We're both fine now. Yeah.
I'll send you one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, good on you. Oh, good on you, Carl.
It's Trump looking like Rambo. So it's
great. Yes. Oh, fantastic.
But hang on, wait.
Yep.
I'll only do it if we can get $20 worth of donations within the next 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I haven't seen any come through, I don't think. I'm sorry if they have. But I haven't seen any come through. So Selena says, I've woken up several folks and find out what their interests are and tailor it to that. I do too. You can talk about fluoride, which some people will realize, and you know straight away whether they're into it or not. Or just even say, the government are corrupt, right? Most people can agree. Most people can agree on that, So, I'm just going through the comments. I'm way back in the comments. Sorry, guys. Where am I?
Like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell.
Please like and subscribe. Hey, how you going, Wheezy? Frantic Missy said, please share with me on Twitter. I had pinned posts for a long time where I asked people to show me what they made and learned to do during the pandemic. Creation is so important. It definitely is. Wheezy was just on a radio show. Wheezy is someone I join his stream sometimes, his live streams. Menacing Muskrat said, if you have the info, you have more than you know. Yes, we do. We do. Wheezy is doing a live tomorrow morning. That's my time.
Wheezy on?
Wheezy's on Odysee. And you can just search at Wheezy and he'll come up. and he's delving into different subjects and things too. So yeah.
I had that same question. What's Missy's Twitter?
It is Frantic Missy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
at Frantic Missy, what is your handle on? Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it, I think.
Okay.
You can, I don't know if Missy can put the link in there.
I'm just looking at. Oh yeah, Frantic Missy. Found her.
Excellent. You found her?
Easy, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Selena's found her and followed her. What is truth? Wheezy said he'll start on YouTube, then take calls on Odysee. Lovely.
Hey,
so he'll
just a message. Sorry, message to Frantic Missy. You are following 4,999 people. Please follow me. I'd love to be your 5,000.
Ah, lovely.
I'm a numbers guy. I love the number 17 as well.
Oh, so do I. Yep. Brought to you by the letter Q and the number 17.
When I drive to the city, I go via the suburb called Q.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a suburb called Q. Shannon said, this guy is awesome. I can understand everything he's saying. Oh, no, take no, Missy. Sorry, Missy. It's hard when you've got a lot to get out, though. It is.
We're all bursting with information. For work, I have to talk to people throughout Asia Pacific. And in some countries, English is common. Japan, not so much. So I have to talk very slowly and clearly just so they get it. I'm used to that.
Yes. It happens a lot, actually, with people, certain people who they don't understand if you talk too fast.
Yeah.
Jay Stephanie said, Selena, I've been crocheting since I was 9. I've made lots of things, including clothes. I need a challenge, lol. That's amazing. That's really good. I think it's good to have skills like that, like sewing, cooking, woodwork, whatever, you know, the things you used to learn at school. Alex said, you'll have to call into What is Truth, the Melza, and tell us about the JFK thing. Yeah, that would get interesting. Frantic Mrs. said, never forget that. The Doors, Jim Morrison, the Lizard King. His father was Admiral Morrison, who did the Gulf of Tonkin. Yep. It started the Vietnam War. Yes, exactly. Menacing Muskrat said Anderson Cooper on CNN getting...
I don't know if
boomed?
Bombed.
Ah!
Does that, is he referring to his ratings?
Maybe.
Mm.
I think maybe. Oh, hang on. There's a super chat there.
Oh,
Shannon.
Oh, Shannon, good on
you. God love you, Shannon. Oh, where am I? Now I've got to go back up. If I go to the settings, I can slow the speed down. Is that the speed of the chat?
I can talk slower if you like.
Hang on.
Well, while you do that, I'll talk and distract. So, I'm a bit of a strange cat, and this is nothing related to this conversation, but I wanted to share something really special to me. Up here is actually a signed CD I got from one of our customers, and the CD is from a Korean band called BLACKHEATH. Most young people have heard, like, Korean pop isn't that popular here, but most people have heard of BLACKHEATH. And my customer was able to get a signed autograph with my name on it. So it was one of the best things that's happened to me in the last 6 months. So I thought I'd explain that, Hev, because I retweet a lot of Korean pop stuff, and I know you follow me.
Yep, definitely. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't work out how to do it. I'm going to have to look at it later. Shannon said the music industry is controlled. Yes, definitely.
I'll tell you a quick story about that. I went to Hong Kong to see my favorite Korean star, and because they're all beautiful. I know they're plastic. They're all beautiful and all that kind of stuff. And she's such a sweet girl. But near the end, she did this. She was getting all the audience to do this. And I thought, oh my God, even the Korean industry is infiltrated.
Yep. Yeah, I
Kind of
learned
made me-
many years ago that Bollywood was many years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
MK
think.
Ultra.
Yep. Frantic Missy said Anderson Cooper went from CIA. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
A lot of
think
them did.
I think he did his apprenticeship with the CIA.
A lot of them do have dealings with the CIA. Or, Mockingbird. Shannon said use frequencies at techno events. Oh, definitely. That pumping music, techno music.
Well, for those that haven't seen that video, there was one of the things about the church organs from, let's call it the Middle Ages, how they had massive organs and they're saying it wasn't necessarily for religious purposes, but the frequencies are used to help heal people.
Yes. Yep. All those and pipes, the pipe organs and things like that. Yeah. Because they also vibrate, the pipes. Frantic Missy said he was a Vanderbilt, as in, the pedestal painting. Yes. Yep. I remember that from years ago. Alex said Shannon's just being silly. Frantic Missy, he's a true gentleman. He is. Shannon said Hotel California cover art. Who's up in the window? Oh, hang on. I might have to have a look. Hang on. Hotel California. Oh. Okay, let's have a look. Go on images. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's pretty creepy. That's pretty creepy.
What is it?
It looks like oh, hang on. Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys.
Share screen as well.
Share screen. Yep, and make it that one there. And then go over here, and it's. Can I make this bigger? Oh, what have I done here? Oh, the blog's been removed, but this was the picture. I don't know if you can see it.
I've got a big screen. It's a bit hard to see. It almost looks like a guy in a fire.
I'm just going to save that.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll try and open it from there. Oh, it's still tiny. Zoom. See the picture up here?
Yeah. Who's that?
I don't know, but I think they're trying to say, is it Anton LaVey or someone? I don't know.
I'm not familiar. I have a question.
Yeah, it's up there in the photo of it. Yeah.
I got a question for you or one of your followers. So number 17, before all the boards were removed, there was a list of people. I think it was 52 people, and they defined them as a patriot, an infiltrator. So you had Trump and General Flynn and Alex Jones, like all the players is out of this. I can't find it. Just wondering if anyone. Yeah, just wondering if anyone has it. I don't know if you can share it on here or if you want to.
What was it? A video?
No. It was there was a board like qag.com where you could get all the posts.
Oh, I've never heard of it. There's .pub.
Yeah, so it's not on that. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So part of the board is a section, and it had a bio of all the different people, and it talked about whether they were good or bad or indifferent or.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Someone on here might be able to share, but
direct
it's good before they pull it all down.
Yeah, exactly. And like Missy was saying, you got to screenshot everything now. You've got to.
I know.
That's why I saved that picture, because the blog's been taken down, so I'm saving the picture straight away. Menacing Muskrat said Anderson Cooper is also Gloria Vanderbilt's son. She's a high witch. Yep. Frantic Missy said, I wish I could be a calmer person who talk quietly and slowly, but I'm just not. No, you are who you are. Yep, exactly. I am who I am. Love it or leave it. I don't intend to change anytime soon. Well, that's it. There's a lot of people who are loud and outgoing and maybe talk quick and, you know, everyone's different. I'm quiet and very, very laid back. Slow. But that's what Aussies are. We're slower
right.
and woo. Selena said he's also a CIA asset and has since his college years, since if he's not pure CIA. Jay Stephanie said she died not too long ago. Was that Gloria that died not too long ago? I don't know. Shannon said, been there, done that, Missy. I love everything about you. It's not you, it's me. I was struggling with your speed. Yeah, it's the Aussies. It's just we're slower. I think slowed down, laid back.
Missy.
Hotel California is about ritual and
Now I'm going to finish the song.
Yes. Yep.
Something about America.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Have you been to the US? Hev?
I haven't, no.
So here's the thing about Americans. They're very chatty. In Australia, like if a stranger comes up, you think, what do you want? But they're okay to have small talk conversations, like they have even in a bar, just chat.
Yep.
And then just move on, and that's normal. Here we're all kind of suspicious.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Although I'm funny because I'll talk to anyone. Anywhere. I'll talk to anyone anywhere. I'll turn around to people in the supermarket and start talking to them, you know. Yeah, if they're open and if there's something interesting happening, or, you know, otherwise I'll keep to myself. But yeah. So, Frantic Misty said, if you go to the settings, you can slow the speed down, and I couldn't work out how to do it.
Whereabouts is Missy from?
I'm not sure. I should have asked. Southern states of the US? I heard Florida at one point.
Okay.
But I also heard, somewhere else. I'm so sorry. Alex said I probably would have spoken fast too, and probably will next week when I call in. Yep, that's cool. We'll have another one next week, definitely.
This is a lot of fun.
It is, isn't it? Just hanging together and talking about things, you know?
Sometimes I'll leave comments and it takes a while for you to catch up, and I'll just think, oh, you've already answered the question, now you're having to explain again, and I feel bad for that.
Yep, no, it's all right. Menacing Muskrat said, Gloria Vanderbilt's jewelry is also her downfall. Symbolism will be their downfall, definitely. Does she wear one of those big rings with the big red ruby type looking thing on them, you know, that actually holds something else, liquid? Shannon said, plus I had a rough night, near-death experience and all.
Oh.
Shannon, wow, I hope you're all right. That doesn't sound good. Frantic Missy said, if I was a record player, which sometimes I am a record on repeat, turn the speed down and it's better, lol. Oh, God love you. Her jewelry is horrific. Yeah. Shannon said, g'day, mate, every week, mate.
Every week.
Richard Davion said, it's fun to watch Europe freak out over Putin's latest wheat for rubles scheme. Germany's going to be very cold and very hungry this coming fall, methinks.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, Shannon said Kathy Griffin's the Vanderbilt that died, Anderson Cooper's brother. Yes, we heard that.
I saw her live.
Kathy, did you really?
She's horrible. This is years ago. I've seen her, it's interesting. I've seen her and Chelsea Handler, and they're two comedians that I actually disliked after seeing them perform.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Both of them. One was in the Sydney State Theatre,
Yep.
and Chelsea Handler would not even look up to the balcony section, which is about half the audience.
just talking
Really?
directly down. Yeah, it's just awful.
Wow. Selena said, for what it's worth, Jane Kim does a sermon on flat earth and explains what the Bible meant about the firmament using scripture
I'm
with
going to write
scripture.
that down.
Yep, so am I. Jane Kim. Where's that? Is that on YouTube or?
I doubt it.
Probably not.
I don't trust Rumble. Although their search engine's terrible as well.
Yeah, I have to keep looking up Polly. Amazing Polly. I've subscribed to her, but she never comes up in my feed. I've always got to search for her channel.
Sometimes they turn on email notifications as well.
Yeah, I've got that on. And they only give me some people's. They don't give me the same as comments. They only give you some, and same as YouTube, actually. They only give you some comments. They don't let you know that, other people have commented, and I can't now on YouTube. You know how in the comments someone replies to someone else? If you click on the reply button, sometimes the comment's gone. You can't see the reply.
Ah, okay.
And it did it to my own post on YouTube. You know how I put the links in one of the top posts sometimes? Yep. Well, someone replied underneath one of them and I can't even read it. I don't know who it is. And I'm like, oh, no. So I don't know.
Correct, Alex.
Yep. Monkeys see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. Shannon said Anderson Cooper is in pedestal hanging in the pool. Yes, exactly. Yep. You got Frantic Missy again saying, if you think Gloria Vanderbilt's jewelry is interesting, you should search Gertrude. Oh, Gertrude. Hang on, I'm going to write this down too.
So many
Legendre. Oh, Baccara. Oh, there's heaps of them. I'll search one at a time. Baccara Legend. I can't say that. Medway Plantation. Hang on, Medway Plantation. And the Medway Institute. Okay. As well as Annette and Corina Sagers. Wow. What is the movie? Which movie were you talking about that you sent me? Was the one about the...
So it's called something about lost history.
Yep.
Hang on. Lost History of Earth, I think.
Yep, Lost History of Earth.
Yeah, there's it's the first series is 5 hours. The second one's a little bit longer. It's in parts. Some of it is joined. It's called The Lost History of Flat Earth. However, that's in the body, but sometimes the title might be a bit shorter for obvious reasons.
Yep. Jeff said the only monkeys we see are in government. Yes. Ruff said I've had a few practice tests. Might have a few more just so I do it perfectly in the end. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I've had a few times where I thought, I'm gone. No, that's it. I'm gone. But I'm still here. Shannon said they make jewels out of people in red shoes. Oh, yeah. Diamonds, actually. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's the little the jewel you put in there. Yep. 12 monkeys. Have you, I don't know, actually. 12 monkeys. I've heard of it. I don't know if I've seen it. Hang on. I'm going to write that down. Do you know, have you watched The Twilight Zone, the 1980s version?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Okay, right at the end, and I think it was the 3rd season near the end, there's one called Many, Many Monkeys, and the whole population goes blind.
Okay.
And it's like now. It's just like I look at it and I go, that's what we're going through. And the hospital is the main one. They all start going blind too because they can't see. And I just look at, sorry. Go.
12 Monkeys is an American television series on sci-fi with a time-traveling plot loosely adapting the 1995 film with the same name, which was written... Okay, it's a TV series.
Cool. I'll look that up. Yeah, see what it is. 5-year-old in giant territory. Alex said, is that the old film where they bum them off one by one, Aaron? Oh, bump them off. Geoloff said, remember how I told you the world is bigger than we've been told, with islands and lands known only to the very high up? Do basic Google measurements and they don't add up.
So in the movie that it was talking about, it actually shows in Google Earth in the northern hemisphere near Antarctica how there's this huge line and it's just missing. It's like you got normal clear pictures, but this huge line for hundreds of Ks.
Yep, they've been doing that on Google Earth for a long time. They they superimpose what, another cut out another bit and put it straight over that to hide something. They've also done it with Google Sky. There's a couple of black spots on Google Sky where if you look, there's no stars, there's nothing but a big black square rectangle. Sorry, not square.
It's Google Sky.
If you go onto Google Earth and you go into, I don't know if it's file. It might be filed like the first tab.
Yeah.
You can change it to sky, and there's a couple of others.
So this looks into space, does it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And you can...
oh, wow.
Yes. You see it?
Yeah.
And then if you search that enough, there used to be coordinates. I used to have them, and I don't know where on earth I've written them down or if I've gotten rid of it. But there used to be coordinates, and you could like click onto this one spot where you see a perfect black square, a rectangle, and they're blocking something out there.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They block a lot out on Google Sky.
That was not hard to find, some blockage. Wow.
There you go. They're probably doing more than they were before now. Menacing Muskrat says plus 16 degrees Celsius up here, planting garden and working horses. Well done. Yeah, so Google Sky is another rabbit hole to go down, which is interesting.
Thanks a lot. There goes the weekend.
Yep. There's all black spots all over the sky, and you're going, well, it just can't be empty. Like they're hiding something. Wheezy said it makes zero sense as to why every other planet and moon, stars are spheres, but we're supposed to be different and flat. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't make any logical sense. Just my view. That's okay, Wheezy. I don't think the others planets and moons are spheres.
I agree. There is a different way of thinking about it. Don't dismiss it, because there's many ways of looking at everything.
Yes.
And explore. Keep your mind open.
Yep. Just keep your mind open and keep looking, because there has been people that have shown that the planets are just lights that are just. Or you don't see that NASA will show you a round planet, but when you actually get a pair of telescope or whatever you have, and you look at it, it just looks like a round. It's moving, and glowing and lighting up in different spots and doing all these weird. It's like a little dance that they do, and they're more like lights that are sparkling here and there than anything else.
I tell you what doesn't make sense to me: the concept of body doubles, like. They've identified someone, a criminal, they've taken them away to Gitmo or whatever, and they've replaced them with a body double.
Yeah.
I don't understand the theory behind it.
I suppose because those people wouldn't play along with what has to be done.
So they've awoken.
And so they've been locked up and someone else has taken their place to show everyone. I don't know. We still have to wait and see what else is out there. Liam said, so Hev is part of the LP community. Who knew?
What's LP?
I don't know. Alex said, bump, not bum. Yep, I knew that. Wheezy said, everyone's entitled to their own thoughts at the end of the day. Definitely, Wheezy. Yep.
No, you're wrong.
Alex said, 12 monkeys. Is that where they kill them one by one? Oh. Shannon said, yes, Geoloft, why do flight paths go where they go and the time's so different each way? Yeah, because instead of like, okay, if the world was a sphere and Australia's here and like Florida's just around here somewhere, why don't we fly in that? Why do we have to fly over the whole top to get down to America? That's what we have to do. We don't just fly around to Florida straight through. It doesn't make sense. And we should be able to, straight over the Pacific Ocean to the west coast of America. We should be able to get to, but we don't. We fly right over, up through China, over the top, over the other side, and then down through America. So that, yeah, it makes more sense if you look at the United Nations flag and see where the countries are. Yeah, have a look at that. I don't know. Nasty Muskrat said, where's the flippin' flu? It's coming back with a vengeance here in Australia, so we're told. It just disappeared for 2 years. It's back now.
How convenient.
Richard Davian said it was 2.3 degrees Celsius here in southern Abbotland around 6 a.m., then only 4 degrees by 9:40. Then by 10:30 after the sun rose and came out, it jumped to 9 degrees Celsius in only half an hour. Wow. So it jumped from 4 to 9.
Mm.
Shannon said, no, Alex, 12 Monkeys, they send Bruce Willis back in time to try and stop an event. Oh, okay. That's interesting too. Alex said, I don't know what shape it is, Wheezy. I just know they don't tell us everything. My brother's friend at NASA is working on the next mission to the moon, apparently. I just laugh when the astronauts come out and say, oh, we had the technology to get to the moon, but we lost it. And now it takes too much to get that back again. And it's like, mate, do you know what you're talking about? And then them arguing about how to get through the Van Allen belts. I thought we worked that out many years ago, 60s, you know. I don't know. Demelza said, organize such a beautiful energy. Frantic Missy said again, conspiracy thirst trap. Oh, Shannon's another. Thank you. God love you. Alex said, sorry.
Yep. Go on.
Yep, I've heard of selenite, Carl Anthony. Thank you. I'll see if I can find one. I used to be in rocks and minerals class at school. Oh, good on you, Alex. Shannon said, what is it? Sugarite Yutsava uses that? Is that how you say that? Surgite. Yutsava uses that. Okay.
I don't know who that is, though.
Richard Davion said, is Hev being set up for a raid by the feds? Oh, come and get me. Oh, my God.
There's a ferocious cat that will ignore it all.
Yep. Shannon said, Aussie pure blood, no mask, no jab. Ever, you can't comply your way out of tyranny. Yeah, that's true. Geolof said, alcohol and tobacco in moderation with foods cooked in real fats. Lard. I've got lard. I've got 2 big tubs of it. Butter. I love butter too. Love, laugh, dance and cry a little and give yourself a break now and then and get outside and you'll live to a ripe old age. Definitely. Got to be in touch with nature. Except when it's cold and raining, I really don't want to go outside. Frantic Missy said Elon Musk is loading his rockets with satellites that'll be used to monitor Americans, insisting creating a social credit score be where, I don't know. I have another thought about Elon.
Yeah.
It's going to work against them. Because if you look at Skylink, I think it is. I don't know. I have a different view of that. Yeah. Somehow he's helping. Even if he's not meant to, he's still helping. Amen, Geo. AJ said RH negative blood types are mostly immune to most viruses and disease. Good.
I'm Nick.
There you go. Frantic Missy said, never be afraid of what people from work think. Oh, yeah, yeah. Alex said, I think we're all purebloods here, aren't we, in this chat? I think so. Otherwise, yeah, people will probably be going, oh, my God, what's she talking about? Frantic Mrs. Sound, however, Linda Paris is all she is. Shannon said, if Hev checks the phone, she'll see a video I took of masks that worked. Maybe she can play it. Where is my phone?
Hev, I'm supposed to be in the city in 10 minutes.
Hey?
I've got to be in the city protesting in 10 minutes.
Really? Do you want to go?
I wanted to go half an hour ago, but I've been really enjoying myself on this chat.
That's good.
So I will say goodbye.
Okay.
Nice.
It was lovely having you. Yep.
And it's lovely to read all the comments from all your followers as well. It's really good dialogue, and everyone just stay strong and be happy, and like, and donate lots more. And I will send you that flag this week.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carl. You have a lovely day protesting.
Sack Dan Andrews.
Yep, exactly.
Make
him go. See ya. Okay, so yeah, Shannon, I can't find it. Hang on. Unless, did you email it? Nope. Was it on Twitter? I don't know. Hang on a sec. I don't know. I don't think I can play. I don't know. I'll probably get, what do you call it? A strike again. Oh, I'm just finishing one strike, so bear with me. It ends tomorrow US time. Yeah, 21st of May. Shannon said, you're awesome, Frantic Missy. I'm just old and slow. I just think it's the Aussie way. We're a bit laid back. A bit slower over here. Trump. Selena said, Frantic Missy, I'm at that age of don't give a squat. It's very liberating. Yeah, don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Frantic Missy said, I'm always happy to meet new people in my community. I'm like a golden retriever when you come home from work 24/7. God love you. Hey, Flyby Stu, how you doing? Be careful whom you follow. If they billionaires, who are they really? Do your own research. Exactly. Faith said, Frantic Missy, are you on Telegram? Alex said, I would follow you on Twitter, but I got banned. Aww. And Shannon, thank you again for that. Shannon said, cry for me, Margentina. Don't cry for me, Margentina. The truth is I never left you. Oh, my God. I went and seen that when I was 10. Evita. At in Sydney somewhere. Frantic Missy said, I'm on Telegram, yes, but I'm bad about checking it because I end up with 3,000 posts a day across the board. I'm like that too. I'm so bad at checking my Telegram and Gab. I'm sorry. Alex said, I've just found you, though, and saved you as a bookmark, Frantic Missy. Good stuff. Oh, good on you, Alex. You put the link in there. Deb said, great job, Flag. Yeah. Frantic Missy, oh, Alex, you are the jam. Thanks so much. Alex said you have some really interesting things to say and look forward to seeing more. Definitely. I look forward to talking to you again. That was good. But I get overloaded with information sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know where I am. Okay, just bear with me. I'll get there. Okay, Faith said, okay, I'll follow Alex's link. Aerosmith's Sync Oink is about, oh, really? Frantic Missy said, I always say yes to podcasts and I do everything I can to promote anyone who is an independent citizen journalist. Yes, well, I was watching all the other journalists on YouTube and then I just thought, what am I doing? to help this situation. So I jumped on YouTube a couple of years ago, and I've already had one channel deleted. And so this is my second go-round. Merry-go-round. Alex said, I decided not to join Twitter again after I was banned as I didn't need to. The only annoying thing is I can't say stuff. But that would probably just get me in trouble. And someone who said, please join Truth Social, I still can't yet. I tried yesterday. It's still only the US. So they're not letting me in right now, and I'll be there as soon as I can. Deb said, yes, some have sent. Shannon's sent 30. Does that count? Go, Shannon. Yes, it does. I'm getting a flag as well. I can't believe it. That's fantastic. Hopefully next week it's behind me. Frantic Missy said Twitter is great because of Twitter Spaces. I don't know what Twitter Spaces are. Shannon said, that's why I did it, Deb. Oh, God love you, Shannon. Frantic Missy said, like Astro World. Travis Scott. Wow. Very interesting, Frantic Missy. Wow. Tavistock. Shannon said the frequency opens you up to possession, can be used for good or evil. Yes, I believe that. AJ said, it was Anton LaVey? Okay. I thought so. I looked at him and that's who I thought it was. Alex said, have you got a channel Twitter too, Carl Anthony? I can share that too. He's on Twitter. I follow him. I can't get to it right now. Frantic Missy said, Stephen Tyler is in my Deadpool for 2022. If he kicks the bucket, I make $200. Oh, wow. Got bets going. Frantic Missy said, Richard Simmons and Keith Richards are too. Okay. Yep, Shannon said, yep, it's Anton LaVey. But yeah, founder and high priest of the Church of, I'm going to say Santa, because pretty much just rearranged the letters. That's what I was thinking, Frantic Missy. Should it be on there? That's what I was thinking, definitely. I don't know, though. Selena said, Frantic Missy, to be fair, he's been rode hard and put away wet. Yep, Alex said I try and screenshot everything. Yes, I've been trying to save pictures, screenshot things, as much as you can. Frantic Missy said I have a lot of that saved on drives. Yeah, I've got 2 terabyte drive, or maybe 3 terabyte. I don't know if they come in 3. I think it's a 2 and a 4 terabyte. And there's 500 gigs on my computer, and I've got another little one with I think it's 1 terabyte, little tiny one. GL said Alistair Crowley, Barbara Bush's daddy's on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club album art. Have you seen the Beatles album cover of one of their? It's like dolls and blood and stuff. Actually looks disgusting. Shannon said, not your fault, Missy. I'm a bit slow today due to the near-death experience. Oh, God, I hope you're all right, Shannon. Seriously? Got to look after yourself. Frantic Missy said, well, knock it off. I'm kidding, but nothing but love in here. Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. Yeah, everyone's asking, Shannon. Frantic Missy, my husband, Selena said, my Frantic Missy, my husband believes it's about heroin. Right, that's what I said. Frantic Missy said, it could be the inbred demons on your money. Could be that everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Yeah. Well, not everything. I mean, oh, yeah, some things are trying to kill you. But most of it, if you avoid it, it'll avoid you. So, not the people, but like the snakes and things. Frantic Mrs. Oh, you're from Charleston, South Carolina. There you go. Alex is saying, I hope you're okay, and I'm sure that's to Shannon. Jay Stephanie said you have a coffee mug with it on there. Oh, great. Darren Booker said, I think Frantic Missy talks fast because she's passionate about what she's saying. Try speaking to a Scot and then complain about how fast she speaks. Yes. Yes, some Scottish people can get going and really, talk really fast. I think Irish can too. I've got to slow people down sometimes. GLoff said Gloria Vanderbilt, Anderson Cooper's mum, son of Gary Cooper. Gloria is the sole heiress to the Vanderbilt Railroad fortune, the Podesta pool art, and the pool, and the Biltmore mansion. Is it? Really? Frantic Mrs. said, oh man, I wish we could post images in that. I know. Wouldn't that be good if you could post images and stuff in here? Shannon said, yes, geo reptiles, all of them worship owls, Did you see Bush Jr. art on Epstein Island? He's sitting on the floor throwing paper jets that fall on Jenga towers. Also art of Bill Clinton in a blue dress. Yes, definitely. I've had an owl hanging around my house for the last few nights. Yeah, my housemate called me last night out the front and he said, can you see it? Yep, it was sitting in the tree. And I've heard it out the back because you can hear their wings are like woof, woof when they take off. So it must have been on the ground. I've opened the door to go out and have a cigarette and it just went woof, woof as it took off. And I thought that was big. So it must have been an owl. So, yeah, what does that mean, symbology? Frantic Missy said Chelsea Handler is a handler. Look at her last name, y'all. Yeah, exactly. She banged away to the top and never wrote her own jokes. That's what I thought. Handler, straight away. Selena says, yes, Jean. Okay, he's on YouTube. Deb said, love the Missy. Yeah. Frantic Missy said, made a meme of Bill in that dress pointing and winking at Big Mike's big I think it's going to be, some of this is going to be funny when it comes out. Geoloff said, my grandmother told me why the jewelry was so gaudy. It was to hide the wealth from the T-man. They used to assess all assets for tax owned. So they made it look like costume jewelry. Oh, really? And there is the, boom, caught red-handed, planning it. There's Amazing Polly's latest video. There you go. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. Frantic Missy said Baccara Legendary, I don't know how to say that, is the only person who took a video and pictures of Robert Kennedy being... Oh, really? Yeah. Shannon said National Treasure. The movie. Frantic said her mother Gertrude was OSS and the only woman taken prisoner by the Nazis. Really? Wow. Also a big game hunter. So much stuff. Wow. Alex said that's the one we saw a few weeks ago. I saw the 6-hour one, but I haven't seen the rest of the series. That's what I only watched the first one as well. Yep. And I can't remember like every bit of it, you know what I mean? It was so much information in a 5-hour. It's hard to get it all in. I'd have to sit there and write down notes as I'm doing. That's what I should be doing every video I watch, is writing notes. Deb said, yes, looking forward to next week too. Yes, it should be good. We'll do the same again. Shannon said, lol at your phone, have put up monkey pick meme. Hang on. Oh, shit. Monkey pick name. Images. No, I'm not getting it. No, I'm getting all these weird pictures of monkeys and just give me your money. No, that's what it says on the meme. And then another one says so hardcore. Yeah, I can't see it. Unless you could put a link or something. I don't know. Frantic Missy said Bill Mayer is doing his best red shoe tap dance to get himself out of trouble, but it's too late. Yes. I've been looking at him lately going, why is he saying all that, you know? Because they don't want to be, they were given the opportunity. If they didn't take it, I think it's too late now. Frantic Missy said stoned ape FNT money laundering pox. Oh. Shannon said fox hunting in UK is cover for human. Yeah, I think so. Gaudy jewellery and paintings along with small statues are all ways of hiding wealth. A painting can be $2 million hiding in plain sight. Yes, exactly. And anyone who knows anyone wealthy will, they do. That their accountant says you've got to spend money or you'll owe more tax. It's even people who run their own businesses. They don't even have to be wealthy. They just have to try and run a business and they'll tell you. Alex said you can email pictures to have Frantic Missy. Yes, you can. My email should be in the About section in the YouTube on my channel. Stuart said, I'm quit grieving my dog's passing. Just wanted to say I love you guys and look forward to this show. Oh, God love you, Stuart. I'm so sorry your dog's passing. Oh. Frantic Missy said, Alex, I feel like I've already overstepped. I'm a habitual line stepper. Don't worry, Frantic Missy. You're welcome. Aaron said, yes, Alex, Brad Pitt starred in a very out there movie, Time Travel Disease. I'm going to have to check it out. 12 Monkeys. Shannon said, all maps are dodgy. You can see the shape of the land reflected and reveals on the moon. That's it. It's a reflection. Mirror. Yeah, think mirror. Yes, Carl said that to me before and it didn't click. Frantic Missy said, correct. Brad Pitt is also in Fight Club. They tell you everything in movies if you know enough to notice and bother to pay attention. They do. Shannon said it. All charities, Red Cross has said it. Yeah, money, yeah. Slush fund. That's exactly what it is. And Shannon said the V series is a documentary. Darren said, Frantic Missy, you cannot overstep if you're spreading truth. Yeah. Yeah, they live as a documentary. Yeah, I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone half the time. Alex said, oh, wow, Frantic Missy with the 12 Monkeys and Robin, I knew something was wrong when he died. Did you see the Family Guy thing? Oh, something mentioned there. Eyes to See said, no man or woman can ever leave the earth. It's impossible. We have a dome over us called the firmament. Frantic Missy said, red and black like a checkerboard. Oh, now I really do sound like I've gone around the bend. But red and black, such as BlackRock, it's important to research, yes. Well, any of those checkered things on, you know. And AJ said gravity and laughed. Alex said, if you have info to share at Frantic Missy, Hev will always be happy to hear from you. Definitely. Shannon said, movies are the dodgy way of disclosure to avoid karma. They have to tell you what they're doing. They do. Yeah, like the as Frantic Missy was saying, the cremation of care. They throw their care into that. Frantic Missy said, look at all the celebrities that have hung themselves from doorknobs with red scarves and black belts. Yes, that's a message. Yeah, God decides when we leave the earth. Shannon said Rex would be Rothschilds. Red, yeah, the Reds. As in the monkeys, see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. The one that I've seen on the Twilight Zone, it's called Many, Many Monkeys, and it's the 80s version of the Twilight Zone. And it was pretty much see no evil. They couldn't see. They were blind. They all went blind, the whole population. The hospital was overrun, then the doctors, nurses started going blind as well. Couldn't see what's in front of them, you know. And one nurse decided to stay blind because she felt like she had something to work out or something. It was really like, I just thought of what we're seeing now. That's all I could think of was, oh my God, is this what we're seeing now? It's like they're all blind. Frantic Missy said, oh, wow, so she's talking about Tartaria. Yes, the documentary that we were watching, it was a 5-hour documentary, and it was The Truth About Flat Earth or whatever it was called. That one, the 5-hour one, it talks about a lot of stuff being buried underneath. And when they dug it out, you could see there were arches and entryways under the ground. Why would you need an arch and entryway under the ground if it was meant to be there? You wouldn't need the big entryway, you know what I mean? So it does say a lot for it. Shannon said Waterworld. Liam said, because you fit in that coat, LP, little people. Oh, okay, little people. Yes, this is for little 5 to 12-year-olds. This is for. And it's swimming on me. Like, it's absolutely massive. It's like a blanket, but it's very warm. Frantic Missy said Kevin Costner needs me to hit him with a boat oar like a while ago. Yeah. Frantic Missy said fat man, a little coat, Liam. Shannon said Tartaria Ghislaine is a member. That was Terramar, the ocean. She's a citizen of Terramar. That's the ocean. Flyby Stu said they can only control you if you listen to them. Yeah. Faye said, Frantic Missy, you've tons of info. Curious, any insight on the death of Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries? That's very interesting. Frantic Missy said, it's the Ghislaine submarine license extraordinaire. Definitely. Shannon said 2 nights. Moofy is Dances with Wool. Alex said, I've seen that Frantic Missy, that chef Anthony Bourdain. And wasn't there a sister-in-law? I can't remember. Yes. It's all very interesting. Frantic Missy said Dolores has a lot in common with Jim Morrison, Whitney Houston, and her daughter, who all passed away. Yes. Alex said, I have asked my brother's NASA mate that very question about the Van Allen belts. He said he's helping plan the next mission to the moon. I asked how they managed to work it out. No response yet. Wow. Frantic Missy said this chat's going to look schizophrenic if I don't hush up till she catches up. That's okay. I'm always way behind in the chat. Don't worry. Shannon said Disney has cruises. Yeah, Tapstone Island and Yellow Submarine rides also. Those islands has the only floating pizza shop, but not really the pizza you think. Yes. Frantic Missy said, look into Van Allen. Okay, that'll be interesting. Selena said, Frantic Missy, this chat always does look schizo. No change that I can see. That's why I like it. Oh, dear. Alex said, I had some weird experiences when Whitney died. Frantic Missy, I studied that case for months. That whole thing was messed up. Yeah. Faith said, got you. Thanks, Frantic Missy. That was what I thought. Thanks for confirming. Shannon said, Pinocchio sends the bad children to Pleasure Island. They never return. Oh, yeah, I remember hearing something about that. Frantic Missy said the best way to spend a Friday night. It is. I just covered that, Shannon. Oh, Geppetto. Oh, yes. Yep, Geppetto. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You've done that a couple of times tonight to me, Frantic Missy. You're blowing my mind there. Alex said, take us with you, Carl and Anthony. Yeah, we'll all go protest. Lacey said, nice to meet you, Carl. Yep, good luck. Frantic Missy said, run off and make sure you drink enough water. Yes. Stuart said, he's okay, have that, Carl. Yeah, he's good. He's lovely. He's always, I think he's the one who sends me, he sends me emails and messages and things, and it's excellent. AJ said, I feel like the Earth as ourselves is Taurus energy field shaped. Yeah, you never know. That's why I'm saying I don't know exactly what shape it is, but I don't think it's what they told us. Shannon said Bill Gates flies on a lead express says, yes, he does. I believe he does. AJ said, we are not our age, we are our energy. Yes, exactly. Odysee said, no one can ever leave this earth. It's not possible with a firmament. All planets, including the moon, is plasma and light, not rock, like the gangsters at Nestatelia. Yeah. Shannon said, you can't get rich beyond a certain point if you follow the rules. Definitely not. Alex said, we know, Odysee. Frantic Missy said, next time we'll schedule a live stream. Yeah. I'll make sure it will. I'll contact you on Twitter and message you and see if we can get together and organise one, because that would be really interesting. Flyby Stu said, I'm a bit lost here. We need to learn what their agendas are for the future, not the past. Been hearing since 2015. We know, don't we? Yeah, we pretty much know what their agenda is. We're watching it play out. They have to wake the normies still. Shannon said they fear us waking up and remembering who and what we are. Yep. Alex, just expressing my free will from Almighty God. Frantic said, light them up for you, darling. Smoke them if you got them. No telling what tomorrow will bring. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to cut back, but, because I do smoke too much. Frantic Mrs. says, Twitter spaces are like the party lines from the... Oh, okay. I didn't know, because I'm a bit technologically challenged. So, I'm trying. Shannon said, yes, Astro World, you can see an entity they summoned. It jumps off speaker stake into the crowd. Wow. Shannon said, it's all planned. Yep. Frantic Missy said they'd have a 24/7 space about conspiracy theories. That's awesome. Everyone can talk and come in to contribute. That's good. Astro World Satanic Ritual. Wow. Alex said it's about to hit 3 a.m. in the UK and I'm still wide awake. Goodness me. I'm gonna have to end soon. I'm starting to get a sore back. I think I'm hunching over when I'm sitting here. Frantic Missy said, like the DMV bathrooms, Astro World was a portal to hell. Alex said, time's just flown by. It does, doesn't it? Frantic Missy said, gotta love a town crier. Alex, it's 3 a.m. You must be lonely and all is well. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Shannon said, you're onto it, Missy. Those who can't sleep. Yes. Those who know can't sleep. Yep. Alex said, I'm never lonely. I've God by my side always. Yes. Oh, heroine is in female. Okay, not heroine. Heroine is in all-female movie. I can't talk now. Marvel movie characters, because that's intended. And Shannon said, and you have me, Alex. And you have me too. Frantic Missy said, oh, also, Darren, my last name is Stewart. I'm part Scottish. The fast-talking part, I guess. There you go. I've got Scottish ancestry, but I talk slow. I am slow. I like it slow. Selena said, Frantic Missy. I meant heroin. Oh, heroin, the drug. Okay. That's what I thought. Heroin, yeah. Shannon said, Superman is Satan. That's a snake on his chest, not an S. Ooh. Frantic Missy said, I don't know, Captain Marvel makes me want to participate in opiate abuse. Oh. Alex said you do Rando Nautica, Heaven Sent. No, I used to watch it. I'd wanted to try it, but I don't like them spying on you because they do track your phone. You'd have to get the cream has all gathered on the cup. Yeah, you'd have to get like a burner phone to do that, I think. I'd just be interested to like look for tunnels or something, underground tunnels. Frantic, I wouldn't do it alone though. Frantic Missy says Superman is into dudes. Oh, possibly. Shannon said, Missy, the Vatican insect and Satan symbolism. Yes. Alex said, the owl is a very wise bird, but like everything has been, okay, turned into evil, yep. Because he's just been hanging around. I'm sure it's the last 3 or 4 days. Sorry, I got a bit of milky cream. When you put it on the heat, it starts to form a film on top. Frantic Missy said, you have a great Randonautica story. Really? Alex said, call up and tell us. I'm going to finish this one up soon, but what I'll do is I'll try to come in during the week. If I don't, we'll go next week, same time. Sal said, you still go and have? Yes. Shannon said, those sing Jesus is Lucifer, and I've seen clips of reptiles and priest cloths. Wow. Hey, Mrs. Euphigenia Doubtfire, job. Frantic Missy said, only if she asks me to, lol. I don't want to take over a live stream, but I can if she wants. I'll try and call in during the week because I'm going to finish this up in a minute. But definitely keep that Randonautica story for me. Hev is a bit behind us. She normally likes to read all the comments. I'm sure she would love to hear your story. And then Alex goes, I am. And then job. And then Shannon Spear in the middle of it goes, I am job. Shannon said, no monkeypox meme. I sent it to your phone. I haven't got it yet. Maybe it's not in the right reception area. Yep, no, it hasn't come through. I haven't got very much reception. It's only got 1 bar, if that. Looks like half a bar. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that either during the week or next week. Cool, look forward to hearing it. Selena said, did you see the CIA Black Vault autopsy Trump release shows JFK 3 bullets, 3 wounds, 3 different angles? There you go. The owl is really a cow. Imagine that with wings. I got stuck in an elevator once with BB King. He said it was too much for TV, and was shocked I wasn't on the show. Dana said, you look like a Teletubby, Hev. Oh, dear. Yeah, no, I was just wanted to stay warm. I don't care how I look today. It was more like just stay warm. Just stay warm. Alex said, I don't think I have the link anymore, but also wouldn't want to pressure on Heb's behalf. Yes, definitely. We will do it. We will do it. Frantic Missy said, Selene, you want to have your mind blown? Look up the aerial shot of JFK's. Yes, it's a great big. It is. The owl is the feminine form of Moloch. The masculine is an ox. Oh, really? You should also listen to Dennis Leary's rant on how NyQuil is the 13th step. Really? MM said, how you have tried, check out a YouTube channel, Buddy Webb. Okay, hang on. Buddy Webb. He's from Midland, Texas, and talks about the underground homes in his area. He also mentions that Midland is hometown of George and Laura Bush. Oh, really? That'll be interesting. Sorry, I'm losing my ability to talk properly. Frantic Mr. said, correction, NyQuil, little and giant. Oh, yeah. Wilson Flood face on ball. Oh, blood face on ball. If someone had lots of time, go to NASA site and start looking for pictures taken of staff that have moon pics in their hands. Wild stuff if you can find it, unredacted. Really? Stuart said, nah, thank you. I feel so loved by God. It's okay. Buster would have loved you in the Navy top. He's always loved Navy. Cheers, folk. I'll chirp up next week again, maybe. Okay, no worries, Stuart. Alex said that's defo a dodgy emoji, Shannon Spear, used by lots of peds. Loads of them use that emoji. The blood one. Didn't know that. Thanks, Shannon Spear. Yeah, Alan DeGeneres shirt. Hey, that was on okay, I'm gonna just draw something for you. This thing was on Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Can you see that? You know that how they do that thing? Mine is not a very good drawing, but you know how they, you know that thing? It was in Nightmare and Dreamscapes. Very first story. The guy getting chased by little tiny soldiers around his house. Very interesting. And the note that was left. Yeah. It's very interesting. Red Scarf Club. Because I noticed it and I was like, Alex said, I found that out a few years ago with Pizzagate. To quote Sam Tripoli, if I could fight anyone from history, I'd beat the shit out of Woodrow Wilson. I would knuckle up hard. Good on you. Alex said, YouTube don't like your comments. Frantic Missy, you must be doing something right. Yeah, they always delete them. Frantic Missy said, Stuart, very sorry for your loss. All dogs go to heaven. We know this because they told us in the movies. They're too loyal and faithful not to. We can learn a lot from dogs. Yes, they're loving creatures. I could talk about Tartaria for hours. Yep. Oh, I've jumped again. I'm way back in the comments still. Okay. Fact man is... Oh, hang on. Well, no, hang on. Didn't read the last one. It's Irwinon's documentary. Yeah, that's it. Martin Lee, I can't say that, is the king of mud flood and old world history. Also, Domestic Truth of 69 is really great too. Frantic Missy said, the fat man little code is from Tommy Boy. To be clear, can't sing the song in text. Alex said, I lost my little dog on the 6th of February. I know that pain. They're just waiting for us to return to them. And God, oh, God love yous. I hate it when animals pass away, or people. Frantic Misty, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, Ron Williams, Jonathan Brandes, Chris Cornell, Ren Scott, Chester Beddington, David Carradine, so many others, but my favourite is Michael Hutchinson. Yeah. Alex, that's the one I was trying to think of, Kate Spade. Chilbury said, I finally got COVID. It knocked me for 6. It's a bioweapon for sure. Shannon said, don't look up how Mickey Mouse puts the holes in Swiss cheese, lol. Yeah, I shared that on... Oh. Frantic Missy, so much info on all these cases, my dude. Yep. Stuart said, thank you as I'm beyond words. Yeah, honestly. I feel for you. It's a horrible thing to go through. Frantic Missy said, look up Andy Spade and his rescuer's mask. Shannon said, the moon's part of a soul trap stuck in the loop. I've heard that before. Alex said, my brother adored Chester and literally saw him the last time he came to the UK shortly before he died. My brother was broken, although he's not fully awake. He watched the documentary info. Good. Frantic said, we have a trauma bond to the moon. Wow, interesting. Yeah, the Red Scarf Club. Sloan, Alex, check them out. Sloan Bella's on YouTube on them both. Alex said, my brother doesn't want to believe that this world is so messed up. Yeah, who would really want to, really, if you're, you know, but there comes a time when it's in your face. You can't avoid it anymore. Frantic Mrs. Selwood, your brother will show up to the party when he gets here. Yep. Shannon said, Andy Spade's wife made those red handbags out of, ooh, human. Alex said, we've fallen out quite badly about things, but we'll always love each other, and I know he'll see the truth one day soon. Yeah, they will. Correction, Shannon and Haiti. Amber Alert, Hattie Clinton's aide. Really? Shannon, no sleep till Brooklyn. Superheroes in Marvel represent the fallen angels, as with the Greek gods, etc., or deception. Shannon said intergalactic planetary. Alex said maybe we can end with Missy's Randonautica story. Honestly, I've got to go to the bathroom. Unless you want another break. Tell me if you want another break, and then we can have Missy's Randonautica on. Shannon said planetary intergalactic again. All I can hear that is in that planetary, you know, that really weird, you know the song? Zal Morris said Captain Marvel is obnoxious, toxic propaganda. Yeah, it's a bad flu. Geoloff said Gus Grissom was the astronaut who's hung a lemon on the Apollo's one. He told NASA, if my radios won't communicate from the launch pad, how are we going to communicate from the moon? Gus and crew died in a fire. Maybe the brush has been so contaminated with spray that the owls come for refuge. Oh, the bush, yep. I took notes, I'll be back. Time to go vote. Pauline, here's a go. Shannon, yes, come back, Frantic Missy. I saw Madonna's NFT, you mean that bush, yuck. Half a bar? No, the bush in Oz, outback. Yeah, I know. Americans call that a semi. Gus Grisman and crew died on the launch pad of the Apollo 1 capsule from an oxygen-rich fire within the capsule. That hatch could not be opened at pressure. NASA lies. Oh, the owl in Washington, D.C., yeah. WWBD, what would Baphomet do? They've been spraying stuff in the woodland, Australia, trying to sort out the pests, but they're actually killing the wildlife. Yes, exactly. That means the lowest level of hell. Yep. Regarding phone reception, Hev's only in the Blue Mountains in Greater Sydney, but funny how the US could call the moon in the 70s, no problem. Yeah, exactly. I can't even get reception here on the edge of the mountain. What the hell are they trying to pull? Frantic Missy said they're trying to return us to the antediluvian climate. He got murdered too. Like, or I'll vote Biden. Thanks, Carl. Ellen Degenerate, yep. I have a giant file on, is it Odysee? Oh, where are we going? How's it going on the protest? Ellen Degenerate, yeah, exactly. You're meant to find this chat, Frantic Missy. There are no coincidences, exactly. The antediluvian climate has no seasons. That's why they're always depicted walking around in either nothing or togas. You're taking notes for next week. Good on you, Frantic Missy. Frantic Missy, truth, it's the only way to get back to the days of Noah. The world changed twice, Noah and when Jesus died and the curtain tore. Oh, please look up Bimbo's initiation here on YouTube. Oh, really? Oh, God. It's going to be bad, isn't it? Hey, Maria Bartlett, how you doing? Men were large as dinosaurs and plants before the flood. That's where giants come from through Noah's sons. Yes, and the trees that are now mountains, apparently. That's interesting. LA is the city of fallen angels. Yep, I believe there were giants. Another break, you reckon? Sway time? Okay. You guys sway, and I'm going to just go to the bathroom, and I will be back. Okay, here we go.
I've seen a lot of change.
Did it work?
Been through a lot.
Hang on.
Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going. Knows, but I'ma choose.
Can you guys hear me? What the hell happened there? Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you let me know? Oh, it's back. My computer froze. I couldn't do anything. I was... My mouse wasn't clicking on anything. I couldn't even end the broadcast. I had to close Dissenter and open it back up again. That was so weird. Nothing was working. Nothing worked. That was amazing. Okay, where was I? Beastie Boys story. That's it. Intergalactic planetary. I just that automatic like computer voice thing. That's what we were doing. Beastie Boys lyrics. Yeah, there you go. We love you, Frantic. Darren said, yeah, another break. It's 3:29 a.m. but wide awake. Love the stream. Oh, good on you guys. I love you back more. Zal, there's no such thing as galactic. Americans call that a Foster's, Alex. Semi. Yes, Frantic, you're meant to be here. God bless. Have a wee and a chuff. I thought Foster's was an Australian beer. It is, apparently. Well, it is. Missy, there's been many people akin to Jesus all throughout this chapter of experience. Alex said a horrid beer, but a beer, yeah. We can all reach that level. Solomon's temple was also Jesus. Geoloff said, go pet the cat, Hev. Well, we'll wait. Frantic Missy said, I have to put on lipstick, lol. Shannon said, Aussies don't drink Foster's. That's just advertising to sell to Americans. Flyby Stew said, have trouble is we really don't know how far our history goes back when we hear things and assume, but hey, if they were on a spitting ball, why haven't the stars changed? Can't figure. Yeah. We see the same view every night. Correct, Shannon. It tastes like warm pea. I know, lol. That's why I said it. How else are we going to throw another shrimp at the barbie? You know what, guys? I am feeling a bit weird, so I'm going to have to I think I'm going to have to wait till next week to do the Randonautica story. I'm having a hot flush. Oh my God. Either that or I'll try and start up another live. No, I might come during the week, actually. Oh, that's an interesting one. They could be people missing in national parks. I think so. You never know. How do you know? Oh, Shannon said now Hev's having my near-death experience. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit funny, so I'm going to go, guys. But I will be back, and probably sooner than you think. I might stop in during the week for a live, and instead of just uploading the videos from Rumble to YouTube, I might just pop in and do a live after I've done a video on Rumble. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you there. I'm so sorry. Thank you to all the new members. I appreciate you guys. Everyone who's donated, thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for just watching. I really appreciate it. And for joining me on the stream. Thank you, guys. Okay, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon again. Okay, guys. Bye. Oh, you know what? I might try that again. Let's see if we can groove out to that song again. And make that the ending. Okay. Here we go. Bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.